my fingers, and I'm probably gonna have to go wash. Yeah, I gotta go wash my hands. I can't do this sticky stuff. Definitely could be autistic. I don't like certain stuff. Okay, there we go. I can't have that on my fingers, y'all. So I want to talk to y'all about something that I think y'all will enjoy. I haven't solidified it yet in my mind. I ain't started setting up how I'm gonna do it if I do it. But I think I'm going to take like 10 calls a week from people. It'll be a 30-minute call and it will be timed. I'm gonna have a timer. But I think because it's a lot of people that be wanting to talk to me personally. And 30 minutes is about what I got. No longer than 45, I'm telling you. So I'm gearing up for it. I gotta prepare my mind. Ooh, I'm only taking 10 calls a week though. That's it. Yeah. And it's gonna be no more than 30 to 45 minutes. I don't care. I love y'all, but people will take up my whole day, and I can't. I have to put my loved ones on a 30-minute time. I got stuff to do. Bye. I'm about to go. You don't want to talk about nothing. Just keep talking. Good morning. Good morning. So 10 calls a week. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it and all of that, but I know it be people that be, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't want to type all that shit. A 30-minute conversation could like get rid of it all. Yes. 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 So y'all bear with me. I'm about to figure out how to do this. And I don't know when it's gonna be done, so don't be asking me did I get it up and running yet. I'll let you know. Okay? Okay? No, no, no. It's not gonna be no. See, that's why I'ma call y'all. I'ma call y'all. Uh-uh. I'ma call y'all. I'ma let you know I'll be calling and what oh no, absolutely not. I already been through that before. I told y'all I used to have two phones. And when people couldn't get me on my phone, they'll blow up my video chats. Everyone that they know call me on my other social media. I deal with that with regular people. Not saying y'all not regular, but I deal with that with the regular people in my life. They'll call every phone I got, everything. I'm gonna start taking 10 calls a week. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna let people give 30 to 45 minutes because people be wanting prayer. They just be wanting to talk to me. But I don't know when it'll be done and when I have everything set up. Because sometimes I don't be wanting to type all that stuff back. Like I be getting emails about stuff and I don't be wanting to type all that back. My grammar ain't all the way together. I don't care. You my family. I don't got to do all that. So if it's punctuation ain't right, I ain't got no assistant. It's me. It's me. 10 calls though. That's it. I can't do more than that. I promise. I already know. So, because it be heavy on me. I'll be trying to tell y'all. I be trying to tell y'all, people call and they immediately start talking about their problems. And it's just like, God dang it. Can we just chop it up? Can we talk about the bees in the trees and the niggas with ashy knees? Something. And not problems. Not issues. Not every day. Ugh. Damn. Damn. I just be wanting to have regular conversations with people. They either want to, it just be a lot. Like, I see why prophets and people got used to be up in the mountains talking to the squirrels and shit. I see. I absolutely see. Just talking to the damn trees and the flowers. Go out in the middle of the desert by yourself. Because, goodness gracious. Mm-mm. I know why. The animals listen. They do. They probably just be sitting there. He feeding, feeding sunflower seeds. Like, yeah. And then the one chick, I prayed for her. Then she turned around and got the community against me. What you think about that, Alvin? He like, yeah. See, that's what I was thinking too. You know, no, it'd be hard out here. Yeah, it's very hard, and that's why when people come for me, they don't know what I've been through to be in the place that I am right now. God started my ministry way before I was 11, but He took me out of my mother's home at 11 years old. She kicked me out, but that's when my relationship with God, like really, when I had to pray every moment, walking in the dark by myself at 11 years old, no cell phone, no knife, no gun, no nothing. I was 11. I probably weighed 102 pounds. What grown person I'm going to fight off at 12 o'clock at night and I'm trying to walk somewhere? I know that people in their cars used to be seeing me like, what is this little girl doing outside at 11 o'clock at night by herself? But when I tell y'all, whichever way God wanted me to go, He'll let the street lights go on and off. Like if I turned down the street and He didn't want me to go, I promise y'all, He know I wasn't playing no dark shadow because I used to see shadows, all that stuff. He'll let the street lights go off. And so I'll turn around and the lights, they'll be on. I have experienced, I told y'all He used to let, don't do animals. But when I would be walking, it would be a cat or a dog that would follow me. And they would sit outside my homeboy's house or my homegirl's house, wherever I was going. And they'd be like, that's your cat or dog? No, it's been following me. Y'all know I don't do no damn animals. But that cat or dog will follow me until, I don't care how many houses I went to or whatever I was doing. When I got to the place where I was going to be sleeping, the cat or dog will go away. It heightened my senses because I don't do animals. I don't want them rubbing up against my leg. I don't want none of that. So it heightened my senses to be watching this animal like, what the heck? Yep. It was an angel. I know now. And that's why I be telling y'all, if I really could tell people about the experiences I've had, they'll probably be trying to put me in a straitjacket, but it's real. It's real. God has done some amazing. I have been in some situations. I'm telling y'all be like, what the heck, CERCA? And God got me out with unscathed, no nothing. Listen, let me tell you something. And then we're going to get to our class. I was trying to wait till everybody get in here so they ain't in here talking about I'm late. I've been seeing it. I say, hell no, there's got to be new people. Because the old people don't even say I'm late. They be like, just how long y'all been on already? Yeah, but the new people, I'm late. I said, oh, shoot, it's starting again. It is starting again. But yes, I think about my life, y'all, and that's why I go so hard doing what I do, because this ain't something church taught me. This ain't something that somebody told me how to be. Nah, I done had to live every miracle. And then people be mad that I be getting miracles, but you don't know what God promised me 15 years ago. You don't know what God promised me 30 years ago when I got pregnant with my son and I was terrified and everybody kept telling me to get rid of him or to have to give him up for adoption because I was too young. And God just kept reassuring me every month that He was going to take care of me and take care of my baby. Every time I was worried about something, He'll let somebody pull up to the door like, hey, I was thinking about you here. And it would be whatever it was that I just prayed for. Because I was so sick, I couldn't work. And his dad was doing whatever he was doing. So I was like, God, I don't know what to do. My big brother, y'all, ooh, it made me want to cry. My big brother, who my son is named after, my big brother, listen, he had the peoples at that time. And this, I still didn't condone it. I'm going to be honest, but he would bring it to my house. But he had the people where, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my son had enough stuff until he was 2 years old. I was going to baby showers, just going in the closet, giving stuff away. Because my brother, oh yeah, he was going to make sure his nephew had it. You know what I'm saying? And then his godmother, her dad owned the radio station out in Arizona. So then she would just go and buy stuff. And then it was like her and my sister-in-law was in a competition on who could buy the better stuff. So if crazy, but it was great. God was doing it for me. Rivalry can work out for your good sometimes. So his godmother and my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, was in competition on who could buy the most stuff. Like, oh, she bought the stroller. Oh, I'm about to go get the, like, so it was this whole thing, and it was great because my son's stuff was just racking up. You know what I mean? I was like, y'all don't got to do that. I'm braiding hair, trying to get my little $20, $30, $40. And it's a whole war going on of people who want to spoil my baby. I said, look at that. But guess what? The first 3 months of my pregnancy, I would go to yard sales, and people would say, how old are you? And I say, I'm 16. Spanish women, love y'all. Mwah. Love y'all. They'll say, mija, this is your this is your first baby? Where's the father, mija? And I say, no comment. And they say, how much money do you have? I say, I got this $15. I was just trying to come in here and see what y'all got in this lovely establishment here. Because, you know, Spanish ladies always got all the clothes at their yard sales, honey, every day. Okay? They got all the goods. So, do you know they would scoop all of that stuff off that table and say, take it all. And I'm not taking no money. Ooh. That whole kill the Hebrew babies before they born, I experienced that with my children. So many people wanted me to get rid of my kids, and I said, God gave them to me. I don't care how old I am, I'm keeping my kids. And God would provide every single thing that I needed, y'all. And people would be so mad. Like, people would be calling people saying, hey, I got some money for her. One of my family members, somebody had sent me $1,500 when I was pregnant with one of my kids, and I never knew about it until like 5 years later. I was like, what? That was the hardest time in my life. At that time, oh my God, and God had answered my prayer, and it was a family member that got the money and never said nothing about it, and I don't think I seen $1 of it, and I was like, wow. But God still provided. Even though people used to be trying to keep my blessings, they would be mad trying to block. They still be trying to do it now. It's so crazy how God will come through for you. Listen, and I don't mean to get on here crying. I just be trying to tell y'all my testimony. I'm telling you what I know. So when people get on here think that I'm doing this for show, I've been living this life. I did not have my parents around. My parents basically disowned me at 11 years old, both of them. So I was just out here in this world, and I had to depend on the kindness of other people. I've been through some things, but God protected me. He kept me. He kept my mind. He kept my health. He kept my body. He did all kinds of things for me, and I'm grateful to that. So when people come in here trying to talk crazy to me, you don't know my life. You see me right now. You don't know the last 30 years of my life that I was out here on my own without no family members really to support me or nothing. You don't know. Y'all probably had y'all mama, daddy, cousin, brothers, and everything. I've been out here with the strangers since I was 11 years old. My mother stepped over me in November in the middle of winter Basically, when I was laying on her porch and got in her car and went to work. You don't know my life. I was her only daughter. Only daughter. And she would rather at times see me homeless than to help. You don't go away. You can't hurt my feelings more than my mother. You can't try to shatter my or break my spirit more than my own mother. You can't say nothing to me worse than I hope you die, which I heard out of my mother's mouth several times. She carried me in her womb and she wished me dead. She wished everything negative that you could on a person that you absolutely hate. And she gave birth to me. What you gonna do? Her only daughter. And then poisoned everybody around me against me. I'm talking about, I'm 11. I'm not 15. I'm not 20. I'm not nothing. I'm 11. The church people, my cousins, my uncles, the family, friends, everybody. I was out here, and the only person that I had to count on was God at 11 years old. I love my mother to death, and I'm grateful she did it. I don't take it back. I'm grateful because guess what? I was not ingrained in the cult of my family. I don't think like none of them. And my life experiences have been, I hate to say it, more amazing. They can't believe when I tell them the things that have happened, or they see it and they have the Cat Williams stomach virus face. They noses be turned up. What? Really? And I'm not telling y'all this because I want sympathy. I'm telling you, when people get on here talking crazy to me, when you've been hurt by your loved ones to your soul, they cut you to the bone, baby. Who are you and go away? You cannot hurt me worse than the people that I love. Absolutely not. You cannot. But one of the things that I saw is when people do you wrong unjustly, they heap potholes on their own head. That's why I don't go trying to mess with nobody. That's why I keep to myself. I don't bother nobody. I stay in my own lane. And been like that since I was a kid. Because I know people. I've seen, honey. And that's why I said, I used to just sit back in the cut. I was a kid, but I'm watching everything. And I'm in some of the most dangerous, y'all wouldn't believe some of the situations and the people that I know and the situations I've been in. But I don't got to run my mouth about what I saw. I don't got to tell who I was there. I'm grateful God let me make it out of certain situations. And even as an adult, like I told you, I was in the entertainment, working in the club. So I met a lot of people. People that people wouldn't even believe I done sat down and talked to and had whole conversations with. But I don't got to do this. You see what I'm saying? And I still have those people's respect to this day. You never know what situations God gonna put you in. So name dropping and gotta be in the mix of everything and needing to be seen sometimes can be your demise. Some people want to be, y'all see, I don't like everybody knowing my business. I will pop up on y'all and I talk to y'all right now and be in Indianapolis in 4 hours. And ain't said nothing to y'all about I'm leaving, I'm going nowhere, because I don't like everybody knowing my moves and what I do. That's not safe. You telling people what you gonna do before you do it, that's not safe. Because if a person is looking for you, they already know where to be waiting on you at. I love y'all too. But this is why I be telling y'all, I don't get up here and I'm not faking in front for nobody. I lived a hard life in a lot of ways, but God made my burdens light. And that's why I be telling y'all, I know He can do anything. He can do anything. He can do anything. Anything. I was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old and did not have the support of my family for real. And God showed me, I don't need nobody. All you need is me. My faith, honey. That's why I be like it be. And I ain't saying it ain't never got shaky. And I ain't never saying I didn't get mad at God because He didn't come. But He always came back and said, this is why I didn't give you that because I had this. And I'd be like, oh, Dad, you're so wonderful. I'm so sorry I talked crazy and went out and did something you didn't want me to do. I'm sorry. So that's what our lesson is about today. About you remembering all the things that God brought you through. We about to read it. Get your book. We done been in here 21 minutes. If you in here, you in here. You need book two. That's why I be trying to love on everybody, because I know how it feels to not be loved at all by anybody you know. Everybody hate to see you coming, really. God dang it. But you know what happened as I got older, all of those people came back and they needed my help in certain situations in life with their kids, with their grandkids, with their own life. Sometimes I would be counseling the mama, the daughter, and the grandkid all at the same time in the family, my blood family, that still be trying to do stuff to me right now. But when they hurting or when they got an issue, baby, I don't care if I block them. They'll call one of my other family members like, hey, can you tell her you got her number? I been seeing it in the block calls that you called. But every time you come around, it's trouble. And I don't do trouble. And I don't have to. You see what I'm saying? You got to learn what's productive and what ain't in your life. And sometimes cutting family off is productive. Because if they're not helping you grow, that means they just siphoning the nutrients that you need to get a better life. And if they don't plan on changing, they'll keep you right there with them. Keep you going through the same stupid cycle. They gonna act like they changed, and they not. And when people see that you gonna grow without them, oh, they don't like that. It's okay, because I'm still gonna grow. I'm not staying right here with you. That's friends. I don't care how long I've been your friend. If you start to rub me the wrong way, we will not be friends. That just means your season in my life is over. I don't got no loyalty to unhappiness. Definitely not about to be loyal to unhappiness. And some of y'all was like me for a minute and was and loyal to unhappiness. I'm not loyal to unhappiness. If every time you come over, every time we go out, I gotta leave irritated and wishing I wouldn't have did it, then why am I being loyal to being unhappy with you? I don't care how long we've been friends. You don't value my happiness, then you shouldn't be around me. Family members, job, it don't matter. I'm not about to live unhappy for your benefit. What the heck? No. I gotta find my white one. It's in her somewhere. Let me put it on the charger, then I don't have to worry about it. And he told me to charge it earlier, and I didn't come here and do it. Well, that's what I get for being hard-headed. I am not loyal to unhappiness, honey. Lord forgive me, but that's why I'm divorced. I said, God want me to be happy. He gave me joy, and you keep trying to steal it. What's wrong with you? You better get your own. Why you keep trying to take mine? Raggedy. You gonna take my joy because you ain't got none. Well, whose problem is that? Get you some then. It ain't no hard part for me. I got a baby I ain't talked to in a month right now, and I miss her. But guess what? If you ain't talking to me, I'm not about to lose no sleep over it now. And the other one, I really ain't talking. It's two of my kids right now that ain't really messing with me. And guess what? I text them, I love them, and keep it pushing. Guess my grandbabies for me whether you respond or not, baby. Listen, Mm-mm. I'm about to go to sleep. They not black. They're actually like green, but y'all just can't see it because it's dark in here. But yeah, 2 days ago. You know, y'all starting to make me feel like when I used to go to the Apostolic Church, where you got to tell the whole church everything you're doing and get approval from the church basically before you do it. Stand up and talk to the pastor and tell him, Pastor, I plan on putting some braids in my hair. And he'll nod his head and say, all right, that's fine. That's how I'm starting to feel with y'all. One lady, the secretary said, "Did you ask Bishop if you could cut your hair?" I said, "No, I didn't. I just cut it because I'm grown." She said, "Oh, honey, you're gonna need to have a meeting with the pastor about cutting my hair. What kind of church is this?" "Oh, we don't cut our hair over here." "Well, honey, this hair is slave to the gods, baby. You see it? I done shaved all that off." "Oh well." Listen, well, there goes that law, cause honey, and then I wore blonde hair. They used to be like, yeah, we don't do. It's everybody in here got black hair, and then here comes CERCA in this blonde, honey, and cinnamon brown, honey. 27 on the top and 33 on the bottom, busting them down. You hear me? Them sew-ins used to be, and they looking at me like. And did right in the hole in this church. What you just said? They used to be like, Lord Jesus, I'm not about to be looking like y'all with them roller wraps on y'all head. And if I do, I'm about to bang it with this blonde and brown. Not about to be walking around with this black hair all day. I was 23, 24. I'm not doing that. I didn't move to a new city too and just got rid of the old church people, and y'all trying to control me too. God dang it, I'm out of here. Girl, listen. Y'all remember the roller wraps? I'm about to do one with these locks. Quit playing. I'm about to do a roller wrap with these locks. I'm working on it. Don't even trip. My church Sunday out. Come on. And I'm about to bust me a French roll. What you mean? You can't do church without a bun and a roller wrap. Listen here. What you just said, baby? I'm about to have me a roller wrap. See, this is the hair that's going to be curled on the top, ladies. You do your 8 rollers or however many. Go on and get that good and dry. And then you go on and, well, most people, well, what they do, it depends on how you going to do it. But I'm about to do me a roller wrap with these good old locks for church. And I'm getting me I just was saying it to myself last night. I said, I'm going to do me a French roll. I'm going to give myself a French roll for church. Probably some pin curls. It's been a minute. I'm going to have to work on it, but I'm going to do it. We got to, I was the queen of the French roll, baby. And come on now. Come on, Miss Michelle. Listen, y'all, we got to bust it for church. We the old church people now, so what you mean? We got to put it on. You gotta get your brooches and stuff and have your purse with your hanky. Come on now. Y'all have it ready for this third Sunday. This Sunday in 2 days, so get your church clothes ready. Oh, of course. It's the Bantu knots for you, Auntie. Bet. Ooh, with the 2 curls in the front and a hair down in the back. Come on. No, it's our third Sunday. See, we don't go on the church. It's our third Sunday. See, we had church 3 weeks ago, and so or whatever it was when we dressed up. So it's our third Sunday. We ain't worried about their third Sundays. These ours. They ours. Oh yeah, we gotta bust the church clothes. What you mean? They been hanging in the closet forever. Go to get them out because you ain't been to church in almost 2 years unless you went to a wedding or a funeral. the only time you didn't walk up in there. So, all right. I'm running to the restroom. We've been on 30 minutes. We about to get this stuff going. You need book 2. I think y'all gonna enjoy this. And I read so much. I kept going back and back like, oh, I probably should read this too. Oh, the same thing. So I just had to stop so that we can go forward. Okay? So give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna run to the restroom. Everybody get your coffee. I know it's early. But I figure when we get these early classes out, then I have more of my day to move around. And then folks can catch the rewatch later. So I'll be right back. Hold on. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry for getting all emotional on y'all earlier, but I can't share my story without going through emotions because I had to live it, and sometimes it brings it back. And I'd be like, oh, I forgot about that, Dad. We did go through that. You did bring me through that. Oh, congratulations, nephew! Y'all, our nephew is getting honored for best actions. Is that it? What is it? Honored today for best academics in the whole. Oh, wow. Our 9-year-old nephew is getting honored for the best academics in the whole elementary. And because we got autodidactic polymaths over here. And little ones and big ones. Old ones and young ones. And congratulations. Is this my nephew that drew this picture? One of my nephews that drew this picture? Let me see. Yep, it is. It's Sharif. It's Sharif. It's Sharif, ain't it? Because he was 8 when he drew this teacher and he had the picture of these books. Is he the one that drew this picture of the books, or did he draw the Goku? Uh-huh. Because each one of them drew a picture. Now, did he draw these books, or did he draw Goku? Because if he drew these books, baby, he prophesied some stuff over his own self. That's crazy. He drew the books! Boom! Good job, nephew. And to my other, he drew the books. 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 He prophesied over his own self, honey. and did. Because look here, when you bless the prophet, you get blessed. He drew these books, which means he be paying attention. And he got honored over the whole school for what? Academics, books, learning. Come on. He's super smart and is, because we know, and both of them though, both of them are talented. Don't get me wrong now, my other nephew come through. He young too, and they both gifted. Come on now. I'm grateful. Congratulations, baby. That's pretty cool. Yes. Oh, he don't know yet. Okay, well, you make sure you tell him that we love him and we proud of him. Ah, that's good news. That makes me smile real deep on the inside. Come on, baby. He drew them books, and now he's being recognized for books, just like his TT. Listen here. That's my nephew. You see that? He just like, I'm being recognized for books too, nephew, for academics. You see how that works? The learning process. You see? Oh, that make me excited. Oh, that make me smile, honey. He did that. You right, Mari. He did that. Oh, that make me smile. Yes. Okay. Oh, shoot. Didn't I tell you gotta make it better? I just was on here crying, and now my cheeks is hurting because I can't stop smiling because this little bit. Come on now. He'll instantly turn your tears to joy. You see that? That made my day. Oh. Yeah. Mom and Dad, y'all doing a great job. Good job with all the babies. Okay. Ooh. We in book 2. Cause that make me so happy. That's nuts. Oh, that make me happy. Yeah. And do. And is. Come on now. I love it. Come on now. All right. I need y'all to go to page 322, and not of the Skull and Bones manual, but of our book 2. Book 2, 322. Is y'all here, or are y'all still asleep? What's going on over there? Are y'all awake? Anybody make breakfast though? Who did? Okay, good morning. Thank you. Because I'm like, is we up? Is we asleep? What's going on? Come on. Get up. Making breakfast now for the littles. Your aunties and cousins over here making breakfast. I'm eating you on the TV. Doing hair for school. Oh, okay, I'm making breakfast now. Everybody making breakfast. They sit in traffic. They comb in here. They dressing kids. They wiping faces. They yelling, talking about get your shoes. No, the other ones. Ooh, making sweet potato cinnamon buns. Tasty cakes. Well, can't you just freeze them and send them? You always baking. It be smelling so good in your place. I know that yeast probably just be radiating through. Oh my God. Just waft some over here. Sweet potato. I'll be so chunky. Please send a plate. Right. She over here making sweet potato. Looking for birthday presents. I let 2 get past me. Oh, Lord. Auntie. Yes, you getting ready for homeschool listening. Come on. All right. I'm hungry, too. I can't be mad at the ones who did. You said, and can't be mad at the ones who did. Oh, folks got stuff to do. So, we on page 322. The senses of the people is where we're going to start, y'all. We're going to be jumping around because it's a lot in these next little pages that I was reading. And I just kept going back and back and back and back. But we're going to start here. I might need some meds here in a minute. Probably going to need to take my medicine. Probably. And put some water in this here diffuser. Is anybody else's nose and allergies acting up? Or is it just me? Waking up, having to spit and dry throat and all kind of other weird. Hello. Is anybody else's throat yours? Okay, so it's not just me? Damn. Okay, because I'm like, the heck? Okay, good. Because I was like, something is, they gotta be putting something in the air, man. All right, well, good, because I gotta go blow my nose. Just hold on 1 second. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, I got water in my diffusers. I'm doing all of that, and it's still. I even had my little air conditioner on last night, and I just used it as a humidifier. I mean, not a humidifier, but we used to call them swamp coolers. I don't know what y'all call them now. To put moisture in the air, and it's still, my nose still dry, and the heat wasn't even on. Got my spray, queen. Almost. This cherry is my favorite. I'm just gonna tell you. The green apple fire too. I leave it in the refrigerator. But this red one reminds me of that candy I told you about with that we used to have back in the day. The squeeze candy. The cherry. That's exactly what it tastes like to me. And I used to go to Mr. Bokey's and get that. The candy stuff. It is my favorite. That is my favorite, honey. Ooh. Someone's telling me I need to plug this up. So I'm gonna just do it now. And not listen. All right. God said, let there be light. I'm getting old, y'all. All right, let's get this going. So you should be on page 322, where it says the census of the people. That's what we're gonna read. It's very interesting. Is y'all ready? Y'all got y'all coffee and stuff? Good morning, Miss Judy. And everybody else, Auntie. Book 2. Okay. How you gonna put the water in there and don't turn it on? Crazy girl. Ooh, TTT. All right, here we go, family. El Chata, that's because our family members don't, they send me, they're going to do what they want to do around here. They don't care if I got no space for no books. We didn't, you this, yeah. You look over here. You see, it go out, it's 8 feet long now, and that's not all. There's books over there, and all of these books, there's stacks. Yeah, and now the rows are doubled and tripled. So, yeah, family members. WOIU family members. I'm grateful, though, because we have a lot of books to learn from, so it's pretty cool. Yes, the family, they don't care. They gonna send whatever the hell they want to, and be looking crazy, giving me the crazy eye about saying something about it. So I just don't say nothing. Listen, when they leave, when they hear I be quiet, and when they leave, I be talking crazy. When I gotta bring that ish up and pack it all up here, I don't say nothing now. But when y'all leave, I be talking crazy for real. That's why I be trying to clean up with y'all here. Hell, now let's go. Yes. Mm-mm. You said gifts come from God without repentance, accept them. Yeah, you just say you guys want me to be a hoarder. Like y'all trying to scare Mr. Circle away. Whenever somebody do get to come to my house, they need to be able to walk through this stuff. He gonna be like, I didn't buy all this stuff. I did not buy all this stuff. Listen to me. I did not buy all. Listen, y'all want to know something crazy? Y'all want to know something crazy? Yesterday made exactly 2 years that I was in my apartment. And I had forgot about it because every time I move in, I do a video of the space empty. This place looks nothing like that. I've been here 2.5 years, going on 3. So May will be 3 years that I've been here. I moved in with a lot of stuff, but now I've got tripled a lot of stuff. Thanks, family. I love y'all. Uh, listen here. Oh, Jesus. But I'm grateful. God told me to come here, and He said it was going to be my promised land, and He didn't lie. He told the truth. Oh, wait a minute. They got 900 books. Who was that? Oh, yeah. The real books, they make them real, real expensive. But it's ways around it. If you go looking in old bookstores and stuff, they be having them because they don't know the value. Okay, so let's get this going. Cup overflows with blessings and do. And do. Okay, let's go. Here we go, family. Is this charged enough? I'm gonna find that white one. It's in here somewhere. Yep. We just need a little bit. That's all. We don't need that much. Damn. All right, let's go. Y'all ready? Here we go. All right. Why is this not? There we go. I don't need these. I forgot when I read. I'm still getting used to these glasses. Okay. It says, then God said to him, make pass in review my people from 20 years and up to 40 years, so that I may show your tribes what I declared to your fathers in a foreign land. Because from the 50th part I raised them up from the land of Egypt. But 49 parts died in the land of Egypt. Y'all got your pens out? And y'all look, I need, because you're going to have to write down numbers. If you at work, okay. If you driving, okay. If you can't, okay. But if you can take notes, please do. So God told Moses, he said, number the people from the ages of 20 to 40. Okay? He said 50% of the Israelites, or we'll say 50 parts of the Israelites went into Egypt. But 49 parts, 49 or what, 99 or 90%, I don't know that how that is, died in Egypt. He only let one part of the 50 come out. The rest of them all died. So if it was 10 million that went in there or whatever it was only like 2 million that came out or some. I don't know the numbers, how this all thing, but he said it was 50 parts that went in there and only one part of the 50 came out of the people. I let them die there. That's interesting. Why did you do that, Dad? Well, we about to find out. We about to find out, and it's interesting. I'm telling you, make you look at God a whole different. Everybody keep talking about he fluffy. What we about to see. Here we go. It says, because from the 50th part I raised them up for the land of Egypt, but 49 parts died in the land. Excuse me. So 49 parts of the 50 parts of the people died. Only one part of the 50 came out, which is crazy. Okay. He said, died in the land of Egypt. When you make them stand and pass in review, write down their number until I fulfill all that I've spoken to their fathers, and until I set them firmly in their own land. For not a single word from what I have spoken to their fathers will I renege on. From those that I said to them, your seed will be like the stars of heaven in multitude. By number they will enter the land, and in a short time they will become without number. And then Moses came down and numbered them, and the number of the people was 550. So 604,550. Over 500,000. Between the ages of 20 and 40. 604,000 people over, the ages of 20 to 40 or 20. I think it was just like the 20 to 30 year olds, actually, because as we read down, it's going to give another number. Okay. So imagine one person having just to lead 600,000 people through a desert. And that's only the teenage, like the young adults. Crazy, right? No wonder he was overwhelmed. Okay, here we go. You feeling me, Taji? Come on in, baby. Come on in. Listen. He said, but he did not number the tribe of Levi with them. Oh, so it was some more people. Can I ask y'all a question? How many times do y'all hear me say God normally only numbers the head, or he'll be numbering the chiefs, or just the men and the whatever? So, like I said, with that 144,000, that just be the leaders. It's always some extra. Just like the 5,000 men that were fed with the bread and the loaves, or the 3,000, whatever, however many people was fed that day, that didn't count the women and children. That was just the men. But if you go back and you read in other translations, it shows you that that didn't count the man and the kids. I mean, the women and the children that was there. They just counted the men. You see what I'm saying? So it'd always be some extra numbers somewhere. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, even with the angels, God just gave us the names of the heads of them. Because that's who He's looking at, because they wouldn't have did it if you didn't do it. They wouldn't have thought it was okay if you would have kept them in line and kept them in order. So then He really just be going for the heads. I'm not that the other ones aren't going to be punished, but the ones that taught people or led people into the wrong way are always going to be punished worse. And sometimes that's why He just count the heads. Okay. Okay. So it says, He said, but He did not number the tribe of Levi with him, because it was so commanded Him. But He did number those who were above 50 years, whose number was 47,300. So He counted the people that was 20 to 40. It was 604,000 of them. He didn't count the tribe of Levi, because God told Him to wait to do that. But then the people over 50, there was 47,300 of those. So y'all got your calculator out as y'all adding this up? So we got 604,550. We got 47,300. Don't rush ahead and add them, because we're doing something here. Just add those two on your paper, like we do in math class. Okay? So the people over 50 was almost 50,000 people. The people 20 to 40 was over 500,000 people, 604,000 people. Okay? And we're still counting, folks. We're still counting. Okay? It says, moreover, He numbered those who were below 20 years, and their number was 850,850. Hold on. So the people between 20 and 40, it was 604,000 people. Then the people over 50, it was 47,000 of them. He didn't count the Levites. And now, kids under 20 years old, there's almost 1,000,000 of them in the wilderness. So you got 604,000, roughly. We'll say 605. We'll just round up. 605,000 people from 20 to 40. Then over 50, you have roughly 50,000 people. Now, babies and teenagers and young kids is 850,850. So almost 1,000,000 of them. Y'all doing the numbers? Keep going. Come on, here we go. And he looked over to the tribe of Levi and saw that it was 1,620,900 Levites. Can y'all do the numbers for me? 604,550, 40 plus 47,300, plus 850,850, plus 1,620,900. What's the number of people that was walking with Moses that he took out of Egypt? 3.123 million. So 3,123,000 people. Could you do it? Remember, this is only one part of the 50 that was in Egypt. It was 50 parts, and 49,000, or I'm sorry, 49 parts of the Israelites died there, and one part of the 50 parts is 3.1 million. How many people was in Egypt? If only one part of the 50 made it out, and that one part of the 50 was 3.1 million, how many people was in Egypt? In that, what, 400 years or however long they had to be there? That makes 153, is that billion or million? 150 million? So 150 million, goodness gracious. 150 million Hebrews went into Egypt, and only 150 million Hebrews went into Egypt, and only 3.1 million came out. Tell me that don't sound like the numbers that we read about in the story we read about when Abraham got to see Adam crying because it was all them people on the Broadway and it was very few people on the straightway. It said 1 in 7,000. Remember, we just read that last night. So God keeps showing people, oh, I'm not really worried about the ones that don't be worried about me. You ain't got to believe in me. You ain't got to do nothing. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm not forcing you to believe it. Does that seem like a fluffy God to you? That would let 147 million people die and only bring out 3 million. And most of them was too young to remember the disrespect of the forefathers. God knew what he was doing because the people above 50 remembered the practices. And probably some of them was in that mess because they was in Egypt where they was raising the dead, doing necromancy. It was all the magic. It was all the Egypt was the most fruitful place at that time. So a lot of them walked away from God and started practicing witchcraft and doing what the Egyptians was doing. And God let them die there in their sin. And he only left 47,000 of people over 50 because they remembered. It was 600,000 who probably heard or watched their parents. And then the ones 20 and under probably really didn't know much of nothing. He's strategic in every single thing he do. He made the largest number other than the Levite priest, the kids that was under 20. Wonder why. Because he knew they don't know the old ways, so they can be taught. They can be reprogrammed. But 50 and up, baby, it's almost a lost cause. 20 to 40, you might have a chance of changing them. Under 20, you can get to their head if you get to them early enough. He waited on a clean generation. Come on. They even use witchcraft and gardening too, everything. The fallen angels was running Egypt, and they kids, of course, they was doing magic there. They mothers were the sorceresses and the Egyptian queens and stuff of the dead. Old girl, Aaliyah, did the whole video, showed us Queen of the Damned. And where was she at? In ancient Mesopotamia, where the vampires was at, and they was doing necromancy and all of that. Okay. Edwina on Supernatural. Mm-hmm. And the Red Witch on Game of Thrones. Maleficent and the Nine. Who was Gilgamesh? An ancient Mesopotamian leader. He was he a Amorite? I can't remember what kind of giant he was. He might have been just a Nephilim, but I can't remember which kind. Amorite or one of those. The same people that be in Ohio. All right, let's bust these. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, they had them in your face the whole time. Here we go. So it says, and the whole number of the sons of Israel was 1,620,900. And Moses declared their number to God, and God said to him, these are the words that I spoke to their fathers in the land of Egypt. And I established the number of 210 years for all who saw my wonders. And the number of all of them was 9,295,000 men apart from the women. What I tell y'all? We just talked about them separating the numbers. So it was 9,295,000 men, not including the women that was in Egypt. Women and children. And you got to think, back then they could have a couple wives, and they was popping kids out left and right. $10 million men. Okay. And it says, and I put to death the whole crowd of them because they did not believe me. Hello? You said say it louder for the people in the back. Okay, hold on 1 second. If it's even gonna come on.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
You said tell them what? You don't give a damn. You don't give. You know. Hold on. You said tell them it's going down tonight. You said you're gonna be in their bushes. Hold on 1 second. Hello. I want y'all to know my daddy don't care about nobody that don't care about him. Did you hear what he said? He said, let me tell you about the numbers of the people. He said, and I put to death the whole crowd of them because they did not believe in me. He said, remember all them people I numbered? I killed them all. I killed all of them. Every last one of them. That's what you want me to say? Did I say it right? Okay, I'm going to let you go. Have a good morning. Thank you. Amen. Okay, have a good day then. I killed all them niggas. He said, bodies? Oh, I got bodies. They didn't believe that I would do what I said I was going to do, so I went on and showed them.
Fluffy where? He said, run these numbers. Now, nigga, I got rid of all of them and started over. The flood hadn't even happened yet, and they didn't learn from that. If y'all don't see that God don't care about starting over, artists don't care about starting over. If it ain't the way they want it, they gonna start over. They don't care how much money they spend on a project. They're going to start over. God is the artist of every single thing you see. He said, I ain't dealing with that. It ain't right. Scratch it. Start over. He don't gotta deal with you. If he shriveled a tree because it was not producing fruit, what do you think he gonna do with you when you keep on doing crazy stuff? He don't have to deal with you. He don't have to keep letting you breathe. And that's it. All he gonna do is say no more and you gonna drop. So keep on playing with him. That's why I be like, people is you knew it because you don't know the yeah, you still think Jesus fluffy. You still think God fluffy. That's why you running and doing that mess you doing. But if you do better, you would do better. Let's run it. He said I killed all them niggas. I get rid of everybody. Crazy. He said, just because they didn't believe in me. They didn't curse him. They didn't say he was real, as old boy be doing in the car. All they said was, or all they did was not believe. And I said, it's going to be a lot of people in hell just because they didn't believe that God would do it. And what I tell you, I believe it. Mm-mm-mm. I believe. I got faith. I believe. I don't got to see it to believe it. I believe he could do it. I believe in you, Dad. What do people say to people that let them down? You never believed in me. Why is that one of the most hurtful things? Because we are our daddy's kids. So you be hurt about the same thing he be hurt about because people don't believe in you, but then you don't believe in my dad? Hypocrite. Don't yell at nobody saying that they don't believe in you and you don't believe in him. You don't believe he can do it either. Maybe that's why that's happening to you. Y'all got y'all stuff on? Let's go. Everybody over there like homeless to an apartment. Come on now. And did 2 years yesterday. What you just said. It was. Okay. He said, and I put to death the whole crowd of them because they did not believe in me. And the 50th part of them was left, and I consecrated them to myself. Therefore, I commanded each generation of my people that they should give me tithes from their fruits, to be before me as a memorial of how many hardships I removed from them. Did y'all catch that? Your tithes is just giving thanks to God for all the crazy times He brought you out of your hardships. Telling Him thank you for paying the bill when you didn't have the money and giving you the job when you know you shouldn't have had it and letting you stay in your apartment. And who knew? Because that's crazy. Because when you start to pay your tithes, He rebukes the devourer off of your finances. So everything is cheaper. You got credits on everything. So that makes sense. He said, oh, you already ain't grateful for all the stuff I already did for you and you can't just give me this little bit? Well, then keep on having a big old hole in your pocket then. If you've experienced it since you've been here and maybe you didn't believe in being a giver, do you understand this totally right now as to why your life changed after you gave that $5 away to a stranger? First of all, you put God to the test. You said, I want to believe. I'm gonna get this $5 away. I don't know this crazy lady, but I'm about to see. And all of y'all came back like, oh my God. I gave away $5 and got 75 the next minute. My mama, the person that owed me $100 brought my money. My bill came and it was a credit. I got a new job. I got a new raise. I got this. I got a promotion. I got a new car. Somebody brought me a couch. Oh, man. So when you realize that you not paying your tithes is why you had not seen your blessings because God already did so much for you and you don't want to give him his 10 even though he don't need it. But as soon as you start giving it, you're a giver, not a tither. We give 10% of what we get. We yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean maybe you not. We yeah. The guy said tithe, and so that's what we do. I'm not gonna disobey. You gotta believe now. Whatever you call it is whatever you call it. But we don't have no. You know, he didn't say you had to tithe to the church. He said give your tithes to him, and him might be the person on the corner that he needs you to bless. Him might be the single mother. Like he said, bring them to the storehouse, but we know the storehouse ain't doing what they supposed to do. So then he will direct you in another way to a person that needs it. That's going you can actually give it to them. They can actually get the help. Okay, that part. Here we go. So, it says, and when Moses descended and declared these matters to the people, they mourned and lamented, and they dwelt in the wilderness for 2 years. And Moses sent 12 spies to spy out the land, for so it was commanded him. And when they went up and spied out the land, they returned to him and brought back fruits from the land, fruits from the fruits of the land. And they troubled the heart of the people, saying, you cannot inherit the land because it has been locked up with iron bars by its mighty men, the giants. Canaan, the giants. Okay? Yet 2 of the 12 did not speak in this way, but said, just as hard iron can overcome the stars, or as weapons conquer lightning, or thunder is shut off by the arrows of man, so can these men fight against the Lord. For they saw as they went up that the lightnings from the stars shone forth, and claps of thunder resounded resounding with them followed. And these are their names: Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, son of Beri, son of Betuel, son of Galiphah, son of Sinan, son of Selamin, son of Selon, son of Judah. The second was Joshua, son of Nun, son of Eliphat, son of Gal, son of Nephilim. That's a weird name, right? Son of Emma, son of Saul, son of Dabra, son of Ephraim, son of Joseph. But the people did not listen to the voice of these two. Rather, they were very disturbed and said, are these the words that God spoke to us, saying, I will bring you into a land flowing with milk and honey? And how does he now bring us up so that we should fall upon the sword and our wives be taken into captivity? And when they said these words, suddenly the glory of the Lord appeared. And he said to Moses, so do the people continue to not listen to me at all? While they was saying, oh, so God expect us to go up here and we about to die, and what's gonna happen to our kids? God came down and said, hey, he said, so they ain't listening to nothing I said. He was pissed off. He cut him off in dead sense. They running their mouth. The spies just got back from Canaan. 2 of them was like, we can take them. The rest of them were like, nah, man. These people can fight against God. They got lightning bolts and thunder. They control it. Zeus and them was over there. They had the lightning bolts, didn't they? Where was the demigod camp at? Wasn't it behind some big old walls and stuff? Iron Gate. And back behind there was all kind of beasts and magic and magical things, wasn't it? The children of the angels, the demigods, ain't that where they was at? See, they showed y'all you had to go through a thing and look at something, and it was in a different realm, but it's right there in your face. Ain't that funny? You just gotta know how to get to it, know what you're looking at, know what you're looking for. Okay. And regular people can't go through the vortex, go through the shield, go through the wards that's set up. Oh, okay. That's why when you open the door, you feel like you seen somebody go through there, but then you open it and it ain't no door there. Like, what the heck? Here we go. Oh, he said, so are they not listening? Okay. He said, behold, now the plan of action that has issued from me will not be in vain. I will send the angel of my wrath upon them to afflict their bodies with fire in the wilderness. But I will command my angels who watch over them not to intercede for them. For their souls I will shut up in the chambers of darkness. And I will tell my servants, their fathers, behold, this is the seed to which I have spoken, saying, your seed will stay a while in a land that is not your own. And I will judge the nation whom it will serve. And I fulfilled my words and made their enemies melt away and set the angels beneath their feet and placed the cloud as a covering for their head. And I commanded the sea, and when the abyss was divided before them, walls of water stood forth. And there was never anything like this event since the day that I said, let the waters under heaven be gathered together in one place. So God was pissed off. He said, let me tell you something. Wait a minute. Hold on. They still not listening to me. The last time I gathered the waters together and they split like that was when I created the firmament and the seas. And I came back and did it again for y'all, and you still complaining? Really? He said the last time I divided water like that was when I divided the firmament from the waters of above. What? I killed off their seed for you. And multiplied y'all while I was getting rid of their seed. And you still gonna talk crazy. I told y'all. I don't know what Bible they do. Let's go. Come on. He pissed off, man. He said, oh, I done got up off my throne. If I gotta come in there. And he got up off his throne and came up in there. Just like the train station in Harry Potter and do. Okay? Ooh, y'all. He said, ooh. He said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place until this day. And I brought them forth, but I killed their enemies. And I brought them before me to Mount Sinai, and I bent the heavens and came down to kindle a lamp for my people and establish laws for creation. Your Bible don't say nothing about that. It says, and the Lord was a pillar of light. But he said, I bent heaven. Because I can't be where y'all at. So I bent heaven to come down to light. The pillar of lights by night and the cloud of light by day. Or the cloud by day to cover them in the desert where it was hot. And it's a good trip. He said, I bent heaven to come down and light that for y'all. The reason y'all didn't sink into the mud and it was dry because I put angels under y'all feet walking over the ocean floor, the sea floor. That's why they didn't have no mud and all of that. Because the angels, God made the angels lay down under their feet. He said, then I killed your enemies. The angels got up. And as soon as the angels got up, ooh. Because guess what else? Y'all know how big angels is. God could have told the angels of water, stand there and hold your hands out. And we know from Poseidon and Job's brother that they can control the water because we've read in Enoch that there's angels of the water, angels of the air, angels of the flowers, angels of this. So we don't know if he had two angels. The angels are massive. Whatever it is that he did, where do I get my information from? As well as other places. I mean, but this is what we read every day. You can get it on Amazon. It's on sale right now for $52. They like $26 a piece. 25 and some change, but they come as a set. And these are the books that are in here that are not in your Bible. Apocalypse of Abraham, the Apocalypse of Adam, the Ladder of Jacob, Prayer of Jacob, Janus and Jambres. These are the two magicians that went against Moses. Testament of Job, that's not in your Bible. Joseph and Asenath, these are really good books. The Maccabees, Testament of Solomon, and there's this. You just ordered 5 books from the list yesterday. Oh yes, it's the start. We done popped your cherry. Oh Jesus. Do everything in moderation, because this place will have you buy all kind of books, but they be so good to you. And folks' books is be coming up missing, and people be bargaining to get their books back. It's all kinds of stuff going around. Never thought you'd be fighting with people over no paper, or having to watch it like you watch your watch. What you doing? Put them back. Them ain't for everybody. Those is my study book. Don't touch it. No, you can't take this home. No, you cannot borrow it. But I can tell you where you can download it. Gonna have a whole book allowance. Come on. I'm gonna set $75 a week aside for the books. Uh-oh. She need an OTP, huh? I'll be watching Look, but don't I told y'all, see, people used to talk crazy to me. Please don't touch my books. I tell y'all seen them. I had them behind glass and everything. Don't touch my books. You just order the set now. This is going to change your life. If you ever wanted to know what happened in Genesis between God created us and Adam and them dying, it's in here. You can read about Satan being mad at us. That's a real good story. I'm going to show y'all the page real quick. Hold on. You can even read about Eve talking about the fall of consequence. Eve tells her story. You see this? You see it? The Life of Adam and Eve is a very good book. Eve telling her story about what happened, because we don't really get to hear her side. We don't ever get to hear her side, really. You know what I mean? We know what she did. And then you can read about the fall in detail. In detail, you can read. Show you this. You can read about Adam's burial, because in our Bible it just say he rested with his fathers. But God went and we should read this. Like, y'all want to read this? Look, this is why we can't never stay nowhere. Just put that in there. That's good too. But hold on now. Because it was. I want to try to see something else too. Okay, we'll come back to this. All right, let's do it. Just flip back a few pages. Go to page 291 in book 2. See how you can just go to stuff like that? You see, James Charles Worth. And if you want to read with us right now in this class, you can download this PDF on Google. Book 1 and book 2. Just type in James Charles Worth PDF, book 1 and book 2, and you can download the actual book on the inside and read it with us right now. You can also go to sacredtext.com. Click on the Apocrypha. It's going to read a little differently, but it's there too. Sacredtext.com. There's going to be a list that comes up there. You click it. It's going to say Apocrypha. You click that, and then you'll see the life of Adam and Eve. Let me just do it. So, Sacred Text. So you go here and see that word Apocrypha right there. You click that. You're going to see this. The lady with the baby. You're going to go under there. And right under there is, look, the first book of Adam and Eve, the second book of Adam and Eve, the book of the secrets of Enoch. All of these books used to be in the Bible when they took them out. The fourth book of the Maccabees. These are the brothers. This is amazing. These are the brothers of Joseph. If you have a lot of family issues and you go sibling rivalry, folks in your family that's fake, these books are going to be so instrumental to your life. I promise they help me understand family members so much. And then this is the creme de la creme de la creme. Right here. You click on this right here, and I'm about to bust your head. Go down there, boom. This the birth of Jesus. And Jesus as a kid until he was like 11. That's his mama being born, his grandma, his granny, his greasy granny was barren, and because she was she was having fertility problems. And then you can read the rest of the story. It's not in Genesis. So, if you always felt like the Bible was right, but it didn't make no sense because there was stuff missing, you wasn't wrong. The rest of the story is here. I was gonna say your greasy about her granny, but then I thought that's Jesus' grandma, so I might want to be careful. I had to curve that a little bit. I was thinking your words, right? Wait a minute. Jesus might not like people talking about his grandma. He didn't like disrespectful kids, so let me not. Let me not do that. So let's talk about the burial of now how this is interpreted. They edit it differently for the book sometimes. So if the things be a little weird, KJV was the last Bible to come into play. Remember that. KJV was the last Bible to come into play. It was several Bibles prior to the KJV. So they just got the watered down version. Okay? And you can check that for yourself. He made a version that the layman could understand. So basically, the gist of it all, just to give me the synopsis, or give me just the, what's the word I'm looking for? Just total it all up and give me the end of it. I can't think of it. Okay. So we on page 291. At the burial. Well, we need to go back. No. 287. A summary. Right. Sum it up. Thank you. 287. We got to go back a little bit further. 287. I feel like you should have it. I think you should get the Sefer Bible. I think you should get it. The KJV is a detailed syllabus. You ain't even been here, and I used to say that. Yes. KJV is a syllabus. For my newbies here, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to show you how you know it's a syllabus. So, simplest thing, we go here, the folks here know this. If you go to Joshua chapter 10, verse 13 in the Bible, talking about when the sun stood still, that's what we was trying to get to in the other thing too, y'all. So where we was just reading that, the story of how the sun stood still is in there too. Where we was at right before this. So you can, I don't know if y'all read that or not, but in Pseudo-Philo, it's, part of it is, the story is there too. So look here. Look here. Hold on. Let me turn this thing down. That's probably what it is. There we go. Okay, you see this? See right there? This is Joshua chapter 10. You see it says, and on that day, the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel. Joshua said to the Lord in the presence of Israel, sun, stand still over Gibeon, and you moon over the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still and the moon stopped, till the nation avenged itself upon its enemies, as it is written where? In the book of Jasher. Now, if you go to the front of your King James, because look, this is Joshua chapter 10. KJV is literally just a syllabus. And if you Google names and if you Google times and places, it'll lead you to so many other books and you can get the rest of the story. The Jubilees. It talks about the Jubilees. Most people don't Google the book of the Jubilees, and that is Little Genesis. It tells the daughters' names of Adam and Eve, that they had 63 children and the like. It goes into detail about that. Okay. You're new here. Oh, stay around a while. So, this is why I say, don't discount the KJV because it's your I'm going to show you what the KJV is. It's like this. It's a treasure map right in front of your face. But you got to go looking for the rest of it. God said I hid mysteries in my word, and to get to me, you're going to have to find the mysteries and dig deeper because I got more information for you if you want it. So your KJV, if you know where to look, it's going to lead you to all this stuff, I promise. Because if you Google the names of the people that the Israelites, the names of the people, the names of where they was at, that's how I got to all this stuff. The Bible got me here. People are like, oh, the Bible, if you study it in the right, you will have an amazing life. Because it talks about the prophets studying. If you go read the Jasher, you will realize how much Abraham and Moses they knew how to do magic, real magic. They studied astrology and astronomy. A lot of your people in Egypt were taught by Abraham. When he didn't know God, that's when his name went from Abram to Abraham, because God changed his name. Prior to that nigga was a whole magician. This is why God used to have to change, like he changed CERCA name. Thank you, Jesus. Because CERCA was a magician too. Yeah, not in the way that they was doing, but I was using my magic. You know what I'm saying? stopped me in the burning bush and said, "Hey, chill out. You either gonna work for me or you gonna be out of here. Sat on down somewhere. Sat on down." Mm-hmm. That's why I can't listen. That whole Medusa thing, baby. Listen, I'm always normally gonna date somebody taller than me. I'ma stand directly in the sun. And these eyes get real light brown, baby. They be like, "Oh my God, your eyes are so beautiful." Look on into them, sir. So what you said you gonna do? I was a mess and didn't know nothing about no magic at the time. But look here, using what your mama say, use what you got and get what you want. Petty. Lindsay it. Killing a goat and smearing blood on the doorstep to protect death is voodoo. Well, so let me tell you something. Let me show you. Because folks that do magic always try to say, well, Christians do the same thing. Let me show you where that came from, and then we'll get back to this. So, in this book, this lovely book that I just held up right here, Volume 1, let me show you something. Because the voodoo community are copycats, and that's why everything they do looks exactly like they even use the scriptures. Because the people that showed them that couldn't create anything, they could only use what God already did. So if you get you this book and go to book 1 right here, in the very first book of this, which is the book of Enoch, it talks about the fall of the angels and what they did here. You see, in those days right here, and then them deciding to go get children through the human women. This is in Genesis 6:2 right here. Everything that they did from that point on was cursed. So the moment he tapped that, she was cursed. Their children were cursed, and every single thing that they touched were cursed, right? So guess what those angels came down and did? The first thing they did after they banged out the women's backs, it said they took wives unto themselves. Everyone respectively chose a woman for himself. This is the fallen angels. There's their names there. And they began to go into them. They began to hump on them. And then they taught them, the first thing that they taught their wives was magical medicine. And then incantations, the cutting of roots, and taught them about plants. Well, because they had just came and they were the watchers of heaven, you can only teach what you know. Witchcraft came, excuse me, magic is in heaven. It became witchcraft when the fallen angels taught the secrets of heaven to women so that they could change God's plan. Because that's what magic is used for, to get what you want, to change God's plan. So they the sons of God. Can you not read? Did you not read what it said? Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, you're right. So anyway, the sons of God and the sons of men are two different races of people. If you go to Genesis, it says when men began to multiply on earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw the daughters of men and went into them and created giants. It's right in Genesis, because right, as a matter of fact, the heading of that is the flood. Because they are the reason that the earth had to be flooded, because they were 450 feet tall. Humans was already multiplying for 7 generations at that point, if you've done your studies. Goliath was only a third part giant too. Poor baby. Let me bust your head. So I'm gonna need you to do some measurements, okay? A cubit is about 18 to 21 inches, or an L is the distance between your middle finger and the inside of your elbow. Do 350 times 18 inches. And you tell me what you get as far as feet. Then divide that into feet. Because, baby, Goliath was only a third part. Let me show you right here. You see that? And the women became pregnant and gave birth to great giants whose heights were 300 cubits. The giants consumed the produce of all the people until the people detested feeding them. So the giants that are mentioned in the Bible in Genesis turned against the people in order to do what? Eat them. And they also began to have sex with birds, wild beasts, reptiles, and fish. This is where your reptile people come from. This is where your centaurs, minotaurs, and the like, mermaids and the squid people. This is where they come from. Okay, there's an idiot in the class. Put your red noses on, everybody. Moving on. Get out of my damn class. Weirdo. Oh, this is weird. Go learn and come back and talk to me. Everybody put your clown face on. Thank you. I don't know why they don't go to their page and teach. They steady be trying to come over here and correct me. If you got so much information, why we don't see your videos? That's what I be wondering. Because I'm over here minding my business, teaching what God taught me, and everybody over here be trying to tell me how to teach, but we don't see not one video on your page ever. Teach what you know on your page, and the people will come to you, and you won't have to come over here trying to call yourself showing me up in my class when you don't know. They call them the Sethites because they don't know no better, but they don't know that the angels went into the Canaanite women first and then into the Sethites. But we know that, don't we? Because we actually study and just don't listen to other people. We look for ourselves. Moving on. So, the burial of Adam. Again. Listen, people is crazy. And I tell y'all, listen, newbies. I do not do this for clout for myself. I do this because I grew up in an apostolic church and I used to ask questions and nobody had them for me. None of the bishops, I done been with the top bishops of the PAW, PCAF, and everything and asked them questions, and none of them had them. Or they refused to give them to me. And that's what the word says. It said the shepherds is going to wax fat. They got the information. But God says, my people are going to die, starve to death because they don't have enough information. And it's always the folks that say they know that think they got it all until we bust their head. Then they come in here being interruptive. They interrupt my class. Or they see these books and get intimidated. Well, get your weight up. And I'm not saying it like I'm saying I put in my study time. I got a stack of journals over 3 foot tall, honey, where I sit 18 hours a day. God wouldn't even let me have a job. I was homeless, sleeping on people's floors, studying the word of God. Do you understand? But y'all be real intimidated. Because I don't, do y'all ever see me going on anybody else's page trying to tell them what they don't know or what's right or what's wrong? I just teach on my page. It amazes me how so many people have so much information when they come in my class, but it don't none of that information be on their page ever. It ain't no videos nowhere. It ain't no nothing. But they got so much information in here once they see this. It's funny. Y'all be showing y'all hand every time. Every time. Don't add them. Y'all know we don't do that. We already got it. They be intimidated, but you don't have to be a part of the group. We don't do irritation over here. Like we stay in pajamas chilling. I know that the world teaches you got to be in competition and who know more, but we just getting it over here. We ain't worried about that. Everybody eat over here. Everybody. And if you ain't up to speed, we go get you there, nigga. What you mean? We ain't on that. Go away. Shoe fly. Don't bother me. Everybody over here eat. Everybody here over gonna understand. Ain't no one. Nah, we stronger together. What you mean? Go away. Do y'all see they be showing everything we read about? Aren't y'all happy we read this stuff? Do not these people pop up off the page every time? Do y'all not see the Pharisees and the Sadducees every single time? Jesus was minding his business, teaching something that people had never heard before. And the Pharisees and the Sadducees kept coming over trying to ruin what he was doing instead of getting them some. And he was outside the church and they was coming meddling with what he was doing. He wasn't going in the church telling them nothing. He was over in people's cribs and outside on boats. And them niggas was always watching. Run tell that. Jesus was working. They was worried about what he was working on. Steady trying to discredit them instead of fixing themselves or getting on their work. Ain't nothing changed. They granddaddies and great granddaddies showed them well. I ain't got time. Okay. Do you hear me? Matter of fact, let me go pee. I'll be right back. Get rid of the waste. I press this stuff and move it on out the body, baby. You hear me? I ain't got time for no BS. No fertilizer. Listen, y'all. I do not do this for reputation. I was teaching before I got to y'all just getting in on this. I've been doing this. And I held Bible studies with 40 people, 60 people. People used to trap me and go get the meds and go get some Jesus juice and tell me to come over and they'd be like, okay, do your thing. Now, do what thing? I thought we was chilling. We got your books ready. We got everything you need. We got your things get together. Just come up. And then all these people start coming into this a setup. I thought we was about to, I heard the music. I'm thinking, we about to turn up. Oh, y'all didn't. Oh, this is a setup. No, I ain't got time for. I didn't bring none of my stuff. Oh, we know we got it. We went and got our books. We got everything right here. Kids, y'all not. People would cook. They have a whole setup. They didn't invite me over. I'm thinking we about to chill and we about to have Bible study is what we about to do. It's thug niggas in here like, yeah, nigga, you gotta listen to her, bro. I'm telling you, like, she gonna do the thing. It ain't no thing. And I thought y'all was my friends. I thought we was about to turn up. My kids used to be like, we about to be here a long time. Listen, what books do I use besides the Bible? All the ones behind me, but these are the main ones. Hilarious. These two books that I'm holding in my hands. No, they're not false authors. What this does is expose all of the people that are your leaders right now. And of course, they don't want you to see it. Because it talks about who they are and how they move. Right now. Don't it, y'all? The book of Adam and Eve is in here. You can learn why Lucifer was so angry. You can learn that Adam and Eve tried to unalive themselves. And we are their descendants. We can only do what they did. They were the first people. So then you start to not be so hard on yourself when you understand that God had mercy on the first people and he's still having mercy on us. It breaks down Genesis, honey. You will see that Lucifer transformed himself into a man before Adam ever got a chance to be intimate with Eve and lied and told him, God made you for me. You might help me. You're not ever supposed to be with her. People say, I don't believe that there are men that will touch a little boy right now. He never want a woman. What you just said? God knew that if he had been with Lucifer in that way, he wasn't no people gonna be born. The same things that's coming to Adam and Eve is still coming to us because the demons was here prior to us getting here. Most times, if a man has an intimate thing as a child with another male, he ain't gonna never touch a woman. Well, if that would have happened with Adam, none of us would be here. Because remember, Lucifer is a shapeshifter. There wasn't no other real men. So he shapeshifted into a man. Then they turned themselves into mer people and did some corn for him. So now lust started to burn in him. He had never even looked at Eve with a lustful eye like, damn, I want to tap that. He didn't even have the sense of it. And what happens? They are exposing our children to corn early as 2. And then lust starts to burn in our babies. And they are sexualizing our children before 5. Who you want to be? When you grow up, who you want to have sex with? First of all, these ain't even things that sexuality under 18 shouldn't even be a damn thing. Why is you worried about who your baby gonna be having sex with at 2? Because sexuality, if you look at the definition, is talking about thinking about sexual thoughts. What 6-month-old is thinking about sexual thoughts? None of them. Should no 4-year-olds be thinking about no sexual actions? This is y'all letting these people play in y'all head. Look at them words and see what they mean while you just throwing them out of your mouth about your kids. Gender neutral. Get your ass out of here. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't care what you do. You do whatever you want in your bed. I don't care. That ain't what I'm talking about. And I done been with a woman, not in a relationship, but I done did that. So let me say, I done already did it, so stop. So here we go. You better look at the lineage and who is telling you to be worried about where your baby is going to be putting their parts and to dress them a certain way. They want that for a reason. When do you not see that the devil has not been attacking the children? He said, I'm going to put enmity between your seed and theirs. Your seed is your freaking children. And they getting to them earlier and earlier and having them mutilate themselves so no more humans is born. Because once you cut your penis off, you ain't pushing out no kids. And once you seal your vagina up and take your breasts off, you ain't feeding none either. The devil know what he doing. I don't care how you feel, because once demons come in you, they control your thoughts and emotions. You always been like that because your mama and your daddy ain't dealt with the abuse that they went to and it passed to their seed. So yeah, you been like that since you was born. They knew from a child because they ain't dealt with that. Sorry, y'all. Let me turn this air on. I love y'all, but it's the truth. Puberty blockers stop you from being able to reproduce. And then they have you cut your parts off prior to you doing that, so then you'll never have children. Unless you have them prior to that or freeze your eggs or your sperm. And who freezing a 13-year-old son's sperm? The devil is cunning. He knows that two men being together, there will be no children reproduced from that. Love who you love. But that the first thing God told us to do as humans was be fruitful and multiply, and every single thing that the medical community is making sure that can't happen. With love who you love. And I ain't saying don't love who you love. Love who you love. But I'm just showing y'all what they doing. And if you don't pay attention, you'll play right into it. He's not using anything new. He knew that if he could get Adam to be with him, he would never be with Eve. And not one of the people that you see around you, your children, your grandma, none of us would have been here. He was trying to throw God's plan off from the beginning, and he's still using the same tricks. The eunuchs in Egypt, they were Hebrews that they castrated. They killed their sons. And then turned them into their wives. They castrated the men and turned them into their sex slaves, the men. They castrated the Hebrew men and turned them into their sex slaves. So if you ain't got nothing to poke, that means you only getting poked. We found something looking in these books that I hadn't seen, and I had looked at this picture 1,000 times. It looked like a woman in the thing, and they was holding hands, and then we saw he had a whole mustache like the dudes right now. I said, God dang it! Nuh-uh! Remember, we was in class when we was looking at it. All the times we done looked at that picture and we didn't see that old boy had a beard. But his hair was flawless. He had on his flowy gown and he was holding his hands on it with that man right there in the hieroglyphs. And then we read about it, remember? We was in class when we figured it out. I said, this nigga got a beard. I thought that was a girl the whole time. Had a full beard. Y'all was here. Had his little gown on and stuff. They was holding hands. It's a picture a lot of y'all done seen, and it's a whole dude right there. You just gotta get in there and look at it. This is also where bestiality was running rampant because you had your animal-headed gods and human-headed gods with the animal bodies. All of that was in Egypt at this time. This is why they were scared. Good morning. That's why Egypt used this. Why they used to be like, God, we gotta go 450 feet tall, and y'all will say the tallest person was 10 foot because everything was bigger back then. So we'll say the average man was 10 feet tall. We'll say that. This nigga still got 440 feet on you. How we gonna whoop them in the walls? This is why Jericho was so powerful, because the Canaanites was living over there. The descendants of the Canaanites, the giants was living in Jericho. If you ever looked at people at the Wailing Wall, looking to see how big them rocks is, the people look like ants in reality to them big old rocks. Who moved them there? Well, we know because in the Testament of Solomon it says that the demons that he had control over, seeing as how he was the first Lord of the Rings, have the power to move heavy blocks all the way from the Arabia and from the Arabian Sea and bring them to there. They levitated all the way across. Demons built them with precision because demons used to be fallen angels. They was there when God was making Jerusalem. And they literally God watched the architect of the world build things. So yeah, this is how they're able to be the master builders. They are the fathers of the masons, the brick masons. Oh, okay. And all of their symmetry and all of their math is angelic math that correlates with the constellations that the fallen angels used to come from. No, with all the elements included because the angels were made out of the elements. And that's why magic is controlling the elements. All of this is angelic math. Here go y'all churches and y'all courthouses and y'all buildings. They all got this. And this is all angelic math. All your buildings, y'all houses. Look, it's all angelic math. Because what they did was try to teach people how to recreate what they saw in heaven. They tried to recreate heaven on earth with everything they did. Them going into, oh, there you go. What? Ain't that the eyeball? This is how it look. The machine look with your eye. Oh. The cosmic individuality. Come on. Oh, there go y'all bowling pins. You good at bowling? And angelic geometry. There go your bowling stuff right there. Ain't this bowling? Ain't this our bowling game? Ain't this how we set up our pins? Angelic math. And it's geometry to hit on one side and make them all. You don't even realize what you're doing. Look at that. Oh. You want to know how I know? I'm about to show y'all something from my daughter's medical history, and I'm going to show y'all how crazy this is. Y'all see this. Now watch this. And the pool table. Oh, yes. Now watch this. Expand it. This is the inside of my baby's head when she was 11. 10 or 11. That's the mask that I told you about. But they use the same, and because NASA built the machine that they split protons in to do her therapy to play in her brain. NASA, the people of the stars, astrology and astronomy, right? And if I can find it, they got all them same measurements just like on there over my baby's head. They used angelic math to do her proton therapy. What's the better? Is it to understand the translation or the translation of the book? What? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Bible? The best way to do it is to Google every word. See, folks be trying to act like they whatever. We Google every word over here. We Google every single word over here. That way we know and read it in several different versions. So we can know what the heck is going on. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. Look at that. You see it? This is them spinning her. This is her body right here. And they was trying to know exactly how to angle her. They had to use physics to play in my baby's head. To shoot split protons in. As you listening to me? How the hell do you split an atom? I'm telling you. Proton therapy is where they splitting atoms to put radiation in. I told y'all my baby was in a big old machine like Professor Xavier in real life. I showed y'all her mask that she had to wear over her head. It was not a game. They still using angelic math to this day. This is how your churches is built, y'all houses is built, everything. They put these on the playground for the kids. Ain't this the playground for the kids? And didn't every last one of us see this as a kid and they made it into a circle? The jungle gym. Don't this look like what they was just doing to my baby? There go y'all baseball diamond. The 4 pillars of your foyer on your church or your house. And it goes on. Hopscotch, a whole bunch of stuff. Come on now. This is all angelic math. Because these are the things that they saw in heaven. Think about the kaleidoscope. That could be, the kaleidoscope could be how the angels see the lights and stuff here because God is the light up there. The prism. Let's see if this will work. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Let's see. Give me a second. I need to get a regular flashlight too. I have one, but well, you know, if you put this in the sun, I don't know if y'all can see the different prisms or what, but y'all see it reflecting the light though? It's moving this light around. Let me see if I can make it hit y'all. That's still, there we go. Y'all see it? Oh, there it go. Maybe. If you put this up to the sun though, you can see all the colors in it. Let's see if we can do it with this. We good. We ain't got all the goods over here. So let's see. Maybe it'll work with this one. I think you gotta have the sun because that's where the lights be. Oh wait, you can kind of see it. Hold on. Well, anyway, when you look through this in the sunlight, you can see all the sun rays divided. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Yes, like if I look now, look out the window, even looking at y'all through the TV, the thing, I can see all the colors divided. All the colors is divided. It's like red. What is that? Green, yellow. Like looking through this, the colors is divided. I just wish y'all could see it like that. Yep. The colors is all it looked just like the kaleidoscope. Them things we used to go like this. The whatever that little site the red things was, that's exactly what it looked like looking through here. The colors are divided. They are divided. So thank you. But think about it. If you watch the magicians, Please don't fall. If you watch the magicians, remember whenever they wanted to see if it was wards up on a building, they would look through a piece of colored glass. Now I'm about to bust y'all head and then we gonna get to it. What buildings in every place on the planet have more stained glass windows than anything? And the gargoyles on the top. Churches, Catholic cathedrals. So if hellhounds protect witches and stained glass shows you wards, who's in those Catholic churches? Because hellhounds protect witches. So why do all the Catholic church have hellhounds on the top of them? And stained glass windows, which is how you can see wards. Tricky, tricky, tricky. And they got all the bones of the dead prophets and the holy people stashed under their buildings. Who uses bones for magic? Witches. Who uses relics for magic? Witches. And where are the relics at? In the Catholic Church, where they got the hellhounds on the top and the stained glass windows for you to see the wards. Well, look at that. Now, back to Adam's burial. Let's bust this down. We ain't forgot. So when you go and you see that they taught them how to work, they taught them how to build the tools. They taught them how to make the amulets and the charms. Remember we looked at this yesterday, the charms and the charm bracelets that they got y'all wearing. The charm bracelets that they got y'all wearing. Y'all didn't know they was even a part of charms, talismans, amulets, and what's the magic word right there? Spells. Spells is the last part of it. So if I go and I read in Enoch and it tells me that they taught them in Enoch, we just read it, they taught them magical medicine, incantations about plants. They got pregnant. Then the angels came down and taught them how to make amulets, and they taught them about the rare jewels so that they could enchant them and all of that. And taught them how to make jewelry for the special ones, it says, for the chosen ones. You mean the rulers who had the magic staffs, magic rings, magic necklaces, magic cloaks. So here go. So it's some flying angels and some animals fighting against each other and humans. And then it has something to do with the charm bracelet. That's interesting. And look what's on the front of that. Now, where do we know this from? We know this from our kids' book. Shall we take a look at what they selling your kids in school? We just gonna go right here to Wizardology and pull out the book that they be selling to your kids. Scholastic do. Is this real? Because those symbols look quite familiar. Why are they on the front of this book with the amulets? Now that's interesting. Hold on, y'all. Maybe my granddaughter was calling me. She want to talk to her grandma. Second time one of my kids done called me. Well, I'm in class. Third time, actually. Hmm. I'm a grandma 3 times over. I just had my third grandbaby. September 25th. My kids grown. My baby just turned 20 September 30th. Now, this is a kids book that they sell at your. This whole ology series. They market to kids 5 to 12 years old. Yeah, my oldest child about to be 27 March the 1st. But back to class. Yeah, I'm done. Oh yes. Oh yeah. This be at your school. Your kid's school. And what is that? Is that the same symbol? Let's see. Couldn't be. Absolutely could not be showing my kid real magic at 5 years old. They absolutely are not. You don't have to believe in it. They know kids believe whatever they see and read. So they pray on that. That's why everything on Disney and everything on Nickelodeon got to do with a wizard or a witch. Let's see if they're marketing the same things to our children. Let's see. I don't think they would do that. Come on, where are you? Hold on, y'all. Oh, there we go. Ah, the forces of darkness, ceremonial magic, the sigillum, the seal of God. Who got that? Solomon. And who is this Solomon? And what happened? The demons came and he had control over him, the Lord of the Rings. Oh, seals and symbols. Solomon's magical rituals often. Oh, so they showing your kid exactly what we just read about in. Now I'm gonna show y'all now because this is the Smithsonian doing this right here. Just so y'all know, this is the Smithsonian stuff. This is one of the book companies right here, and it's DK, which is for the children for real. But let's bust it. I told y'all they hide the truth right in the thing. But let you see it. Okay, so then I'm gonna get my book one. This is laying on real quick. And these are the lost books of the Bible, right? These are the lost books of the Bible, volume one. If I go here and I go right here, oh, I turn right to it. My dad be on it. What's it say? It says, through the archangel Michael, the Lord grants Solomon the magical ring, which gives Solomon power over who? The demons. And what did they do? Help build the temple. They did. This is the Testament of Solomon that was taken. And look, it's referenced. These is all biblical references. Daniel, Jubilees, Enoch, Baruch, Jude, Revelations, the Pistis of Sophia. I can't remember what that is. Mark, I'm sorry. And then all the rest of these. So, okay. The letter of Aristes, remember, that's in our book too. You see this? You see it? That's how the big blocks got there. That's how the big blocks got there in Egypt. That's how the big blocks got there in Japan. That's how the big blocks got to all the monolithic structures. So they are teaching your children real magic. Because all of that whole series up there is for kids ages 5 to 12. And I'll pull them down one by one so you can see what's in there. And see if you see anything familiar. First of all, this one, Wizardology. And guess what comes along with these? Even though they fell out. I'm going to show you because it's one right here. They banging these to y'all babies. Real tarot cards. This is what was in the back of this book. A whole stack of them. Not only that, there's a hidden spell book, and guess what's in it? You think, oh, it's so cute, it's for the kids. Ha! Real angelic symbols, the ones that y'all seeing in 30 coins. In a real magic book. There goes the angelic symbols right there. If you watching 30 coins, you know these symbols was all painted on the wall once that fallen angel took and did what it did. And this they can hide away. They teach your children how to get a familiar, a real one, a spirit that'll come to them at night. They teach it all in here. And these, they make it like it's not real, but it's so real. What's that say? Amulets, talismans, and magical items. Wait a minute. What's this book say? Charms and your amulets, talismans, and spells. To my 5-year-old. And just so you know, this is ancient Phoenician writing. Those symbols. Where they did magic at. You know. Tell them how to fly. Tell them about the magical beast. Oh. Why would they be teaching my 4 and 5-year-olds about spellcraft? Spells. How to cast them. They tell your kids how to animate things and make stuff walk, to transform, healing spells and affecting spells, forbidden spells. You're marketing this to my little bitty kids. Real spells, because y'all see I just pulled up that book of magic. Don't believe me? Let me show you something else. Please don't go buy this book. This is a real spell book of the hidden kind. We'll be doing the Rose Cross rituals. The rosary. The formula of the magic of light. Spells. Divination. Polygons and polygrams. Oh, ain't these the symbols that's right there on your baby stuff? I'm trying to find these symbols. Oh, there they go. Wait a minute. This looks like the merry-go-rounds and the different rides at the fair, people always get hurt on too. That thing that be spinning and they got all the different pieces in it. Seem like that always fly off the hinges and people get hurt and unalived. What? There go y'all Mercedes Benz sign and your Nazi sign and your commit the medicine sign and ooh shoot. I told y'all the cars. I told there go y'all Masonic floor. I told y'all all them cars when people get. I told y'all. Y'all, you Benz drivers. I was telling y'all. Them symbols, they all to the gods, and the most expensive things is to the ones that was highest up. Now y'all listen to me. I told you. I be trying to tell y'all don't never be want to listen to me. Y'all, they even got the games. They even got the damn daytime. Oh my, where is, oh my God. How did I miss this? Y'all, I'm about to blow y'all wigs all the way back. Hold on to your wigs, ladies and gentlemen. And babies. Because they put wigs on the babies. Now, alopecia something different, but if your baby got hair, she do not need no wig on. But moving on. We just gonna put this right here. Y'all ready to see they got the games? They got the daytime for all them saints coming in here talking about watching that secular TV. All I do is watch my stories and the game shows. Not no more, you don't. What'd that say? Y'all see where the green at? Where do we know this game from? This is a game my kids play. Vanna White and Pat Sajak, y'all got some explaining to do. That's one of the longest running shows. Wonder why? Words have power. I be trying to tell y'all all of this means something every day. Do you hear me? Now you see why I just can't be around people because they be like, you overreacting because you don't understand. You just don't know. That's why. So I'm just saying. We all and all the church mothers be watching Wheel of Fortune. I told y'all folks be doing magic and they don't even know. That's why when they come for me, I come for them. They say, you have meds. I say, you do too. And all your meds is named after the devil. Mine came from the earth, and the Lord said he made all the herbs of the field good. What do you say about that good old witch sauce you got over there in your purse? Because the word pharmacy means spell, incantation, witchcraft, or poison. You mean all the stuff that the fallen angels taught their wives before they made babies with them? And damn near every time you take a medicine, you don't get better, you get worse. Because when you healed, you don't need it. And they tell you you're going to be on it for the rest of your life, and they keep changing it, and it keeps ruining your organs, which they need. And they keep coming in to make sure enough of it is in your blood because they need the blood for their spells to make sure you stay sick, or a hair or a tissue sample. And damn near all of the medicine we looked up is named after a deacon or a fallen angel or one of their kids. And then when I read the Testament of Solomon, it tells me the demons' names and what sicknesses that they cause. And we just seen that they show your kids the same thing. So who, what, when, where, and why? Who crazy? Not us. We looked up Azaph, which is the name of a demon. And what was it that came up? What's the medicine for the heartburn stuff? What was it? It was that and a muscle something. What was it? Over the counter Zyrtec. The name Azaph is the name of a demon, but it's the main name for Zyrtec. Prilosec Zyrtec. So Azaph is the name of a high-ranking demon, and is it Zantac or Zyrtec? It's Zantac. Excuse me, Zantac. Zantac, not Zyrtec, Zantac. So Zantac is the name they give us, but the name the chemists use, like I told y'all, the witch doctors, is Azaph. And Azaph is a high-ranking demon. Who crazy? And the side effects, like we've talked about before, the Bible says when one demon get in, he brings 7 demons stronger than the other ones. And the man's whole life, everything about him is worse off than it was before. Well, certain medicines will destroy your body and your family. That's why folks is on Kensington Road and stuff after they took the doctor's medicine. Because prescription pills right now is killing everybody, family. It don't matter if you're rich or poor. And when you see them, it's like they under a spell. They don't even care about their kids. They don't care about job, living, bathing, nothing. They just care about being under a spell. And they start to look like people that's under a spell and do things out of control. They can't stop themselves. They OD 1,000 times, and guess what? They're not gonna stop because they under a spell. Makes sense. Why am I taking a medicine for my heart and my liver? It makes my liver fail. You mean like when Ariel went to get legs and she lost her voice? She went to a sea witch. She got her legs, but she lost her voice. You mean like most times when I go get a medical procedure, I get that, but I lose something else? You mean it costs something when you do? Oh, never mind. I'm not crazy. The same witch doctors, they just dropped the witch. Because RX means prescription, or excuse me, recipe. But if you go look in this good old book right here in the Testament of Solomon where I was showing you at, the books they took out of the Bible, and I'm going to say this because we got newbies so you can understand we ain't just over here talking crazy. And they took these books out of the Bible for a reason because most Catholic churches own the hospitals. Moving on. The Vatican. Why? Is all the demons named after Rick's recipe. RHYX. There go your RX. They just take out the HY. And one of my friends worked at a pain clinic. And I was asking her, I wonder what Rick's mean. She said it mean recipe. That's the prefix for all medicine that the chemists used. Rick's. Alas. Rick's Manthado. And these are the demons and what they produce. Rick's Aleph produces croup. That's something that we'd be worried about. This one, Rick's whatever, I cause kidneys, to fail, suffer pain. I send gas and burning into the bowels. That would be irritable bowel syndrome. I detach tendons. I bring on long-term illnesses. And RX, RX, HYX, shorten RX. Mm. Who crazy? Not us. Whenever God was going to heal somebody, he called the demon out. Or he told them, your sins be forgiven you. Because as long as you got sin, the demons get to stay in your body. So he said, I forgive you of your sins. Now they don't got a leg to stand on. They got to leave. And then he told the demons to come out. And the person was healed from spina bifida, cerebral palsy, blindness, whatever it was, once the demon was removed. It's so funny that the medicines are causing those things. They're causing more sickness. You get it for this, but it give you all of this stuff. The side effects is longer than what it's going to help. And that's funny because demons don't move by themselves. It's always a head demon, and the one demon could bring 1,000 demons with him, says the demoniac. And the other people that were filled with multiple demons. So your RX is really short for Rix, which is the prefix to most demons' names that cause sickness. Oh. But we crazy. So you want to keep reading in 66? Like they said, it is the syllabus for the word. The KJV just a syllabus. It's the points of the story. You got to get in there and read them for yourself and go find the rest of it so you can help your family. You can help the people around you, and that's what we do. And people get offended by that. Why? It's a lot of people that's not people that went down from 20 medicines a day to 3. Several. There's people that are not giving their children psych meds anymore because they found out that the name of that is the name of a high-ranking demon as to why these babies always got rage and unexplainable strength because it's a supernatural entity that is you feeding to your child. But because you don't question and you don't know Latin and you don't think to look up nothing, then, well, this is why they start getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and more evil or more angry or more whatever it is because they're under a freaking spell from a witch and under demonic possession. Until you lose control of them and you don't even recognize them no more. Quit letting these doctors, you better go to God about your baby. You better ask God about what's going on with your child because it could be a seed from you. Because you only reproduce what you are. So if you were molested as a child and you didn't deal with it, and now there's certain things showing up in your children, you deal with that and certain things go away. You only produce what you are, period. And as long as you don't deal with it, them demons get to torment your kids because you're the head of your house. And it's going to keep showing up and reminding you of what you haven't got right. Until you deal with it, it's going to be reproduced, and it's just going to get more and spread bigger and bigger and bigger. So I hope when you come here, this is why we work on ourselves. This is why we deal with the ugly, baby, because you don't get to have no line in my lineage, baby. Your hands are off of them. It stops with me. We not carrying this pain so them demons get to stay. Well, my grandma was, it's just been in our family, and it stops here. Breaking the generational curses, and his demons don't have no more nothing in my blood. Not from this branch, they don't. Not from whatever came from me. You can't run through my kids and my grandkids. I'm not having that. And so I'm going to expose the devil for who he is and learn of the enemy that has been taking people out. See, everybody go to church, but they still failing. They kids is still being run through by the devil. So that means y'all ain't got enough information to fight your enemy, which is what the word said in Hosea 4. That his people was going to perish because they don't have enough information and they come over here and we ain't reading it. And that's why y'all ain't getting nowhere either. And y'all babies is still being snatched by the devil. Because you don't have enough information. And then when I'm over here trying to feed folks so they could get healed, you gonna come over here and interrupt my class. Go. Just because you don't want to know and you want to stay blind and you want to stay dark. I just showed you they showing your kids whole ancient magic at 5 years old in kindergarten. Stuff that wizards made the sun stop. That's the magic that was the magic I just showed you in this book that they showing to your 5-year-old is what they was doing in Egypt. It's real. And they know they don't got to worry about you because you think because it's in the kids, like magic ain't real. And then them demons start showing up, tormenting your babies, trying to get on the inside of them. And because you don't believe it, guess what? They inhabit them. And you say, oh, they've been like that since they was a kid. You don't even know the difference between your child and the demon that you let in. So then you start feeding them medication to strengthen the demons in them and wondering why can't nobody control them. Because they not in control by no humans. Demons got them. And you gave over control when you let the witch doctor keep medicating them. Don't be mad at nobody. Be mad at yourself. The Bible say train up a child in the way that they should go. That means you start teaching them right. They know right from wrong. They liars from the beginning. We were all born in sin and shape. When they cry, ain't nothing wrong with them. And they stop crying as soon as you picking them up. They lying right there. That's manipulative. From instant, from birth. Little kids that ain't never really been around nobody know how to lie, steal, hide when they're doing something wrong. And how do you even know it's wrong? This is the first time you did it. Why you hide, Adam? It's born in them. So if you don't train them, it's that evil gonna grow. It's there, whether you plan it or not. Every last one of us was born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Period. And them demons know. Have y'all ever not seen a scary movie and the demon is always rubbing the baby's head like this? With that sly smile, like, we got him. We don't need you anymore. We got the baby. We can incubate here for as long as we need to. They always attack the kids. This is why I tell y'all better listen to y'all babies when they tell y'all it's a monster in the house. It is. Mommy, I'm scared. Daddy, I'm scared. You just don't want to go to bed. No, the hell. It's a monster in their room. Monsters, Inc. Monsters University, where the demons go to learn how to scare the hell out of your kids. And they be in the shadows and under the bed, and your kid wake up with bruises, and you swear up and down, and they say, I didn't do it, it was a monster. You're a liar. So now you're rejecting them. And so the kid gonna feel sad. So now the demon gets to come back again. And as a kid, you keep on calling them lying and rejecting them. That's where the rage come from because you don't believe them. And rage is a spirit, and he wants to take hold of your baby so he or she can destroy themselves. Because most people, it's a blind rage, which means you don't know what's coming for you. And you gonna keep on signing your babies over? Fine. The Bible said, we looked up the word perish, and it means to be obliterated, to die an untimely, violent death. So you're going to die before your time because your children are dying before their time because you don't have enough information, because you don't have enough word, because you listen to your pastor and they tell you, we don't read outside, but they'll make you read T.D. Jakes, and he's showing up at P. Diddy parties. So you can't read this, but you can read T.D. Jakes' books. Who's going to Diddy parties? Really? And I ain't knocking a nigga. Go get your bread if that's what you're doing. But you can read Joel Osteen that led a whole bunch of people. Like, what? But you can't read the rest of the word that was here prior to King James having it? Okay. The Bible said I was going to the synagogues of Satan, and God don't want his people to have the knowledge. And the pastors is the main ones saying, don't read it. So maybe you at a synagogue of Satan and don't even know it. Because Lucifer don't want you to learn nothing else about God. But God said, you better learn as much as you can about me. And it's so much stuff I wrote, it can't be contained in one book. God himself said that. That all the miracles and stuff that Jesus did couldn't be contained in one book. And y'all swear by that 66. It makes no sense. Y'all preach the opposite of what my daddy be saying. But y'all, and all of that covering up that you don't know what the hell you talking about. My people are going to be lost spiritually and physically. They're going to die because they don't have enough information. And the pastor say, oh, you better not read it. But I want you to go get TDJ books because he was talking about something, honey. And Joel Osteen, you go get that too. And don't forget, what's his name that passed away? And then don't forget Creflo Dollar. You got to go buy his book too. And the Eddie Long. Jamal Bryant. You can read all this, but you can't read the lost books of the Bible when they're mentioned in your KJV. But you can read T.D. Jakes who wasn't nowhere around. Make it make sense to me. So I can read Billy Graham, right? I can read these, but these Bibles are mentioned. The book of Enoch, the book of Jasher, the book of the Kings and the Wars of the Kings, and Onesiphorus, Paul and Thecla. These books is mentioned. The book of Nicodemus, and we read it. The birth of Mary and how much of a miracle. How many of y'all knew that Mary's mama was barren? She was infertile. She was sterile. It was a miracle that came. I didn't know. And then for us to know that Mary walked in 9 months, how many people know that? That's important. That she was in the convent from 3 to 12. That's important. That Joseph didn't want her. That's important. He said, I already been married. My wife died. I got grown kids. Be like, Mary wasn't a virgin because Jesus had older brothers and sisters because the man that she married already had been married. He was a widower. So his kids was grown and he didn't want no little 14-year-old girl. And Mary wasn't scared again because she talked to angels because she was fed by the angels from 3 to 12. They wouldn't even let no men around her because God knew what he was going to do. He didn't want them lusting after her getting burned with lust or nothing. So angels fed her, taught her everything. So she wasn't scared of angels. She was scared when the angel came and told her she had to be pregnant by herself and she had never had sex in a society where that was frowned. And she was 14. Mary was a teen mother. This is not. You do realize that I'm in my house, right? Am I at church or in a temple? And why is you trying to check me? Are you sitting naked? I don't know what you got on. You could be listening to this sitting on the toilet with your vagina out, lady. Are you in your drawers while you trying to tell me about what's not modest? Because it's not modest if you sitting there in your drawers or in the tub or doing anything that I might not want to see. Did you scratch your booty while you've been on here? Because, I mean, that's not appropriate either. Would you do it in church? You sitting there in your bra, honey, while you watching? Again, so many people know so much of the word. I just don't be wondering why they don't be teaching it over there. Because you talking to me and your pastor probably got a boyfriend. Go sit down somewhere. Did your pastor tell you that the Antichrist is here over there in Jerusalem? He been here? Did he tell you that the cows got over there? Did he tell you about any of that while you worried about my dress? Oh yeah, my daddy said don't judge the outward appearance, judge the spirit. Because you could be fooled by the outside because y'all pastors be looking holy and be banging niggas in their butt over there in the office, paying for them to travel with them. They little boys. And they look holy and they sound holy, but they are all unholy. Paying for all the women in the church to get where they need to go. Taking care of the pastor. Stop it. Preaching about homosexuality while their boyfriend is directing their choir. Stop. And he paid for the suit they got on. I'll be right back. Oh. But you want to talk? Girl, yeah. That's why my daddy came in a linen suit and some Jesus 100s, because we already know how the Pharisees and the Sadducees was looking. They had the word under their caps, under their robes, rolled up against their drawers, down their robes, and didn't even recognize the word when they was walking and seeing it. We don't care. Literally, if you go look at how their robes was made, they literally had scrolls sewn into their robe, and they was murderers. They took the church's money and put a hit on Jesus. The people that looked saved was the same people trying to interrupt my daddy's ministry. Sounds familiar, don't it? They was worried about what all the people was doing instead of getting themselves right. And they had to point the finger because they was the guilty people. Vipers, my daddy called them. Jesus hung out with the drunks, the hoes, the thieves, and everything, right? I've never seen him take a cat of nine tails and beat none of them people. But you know where he did go in a place kicking over tables and beating niggas with a cat of nine tails? The church. Jesus, that's the only place I ever seen Jesus show violence was in the tabernacle. Because y'all turned it into a den of thieves and a marketplace, he said. You don't never see Jesus doing no violence nowhere except in the church. In the tabernacle, baby. That's the only place he went in beating and cussing people was in the church. You said who need to be corrected? Because he let a hoe pour oil on his feet. Wasn't none of them good virgin women that was all covered up good enough to pour the oil on Jesus' feet because he sure let a hoe do it. Where was the good sanctified saved women that was all covered up? Because maybe he let one of my homegirls do it. And did. The hoe had the money to buy it. Man, look on the outward appearance. God, look at your heart. And that's scripture. Or as y'all say, Bible. Again, I'm welcomed in the places that Christians won't be welcome into, so I can reel in more fish because they don't suspect me. Folks like that come in here and niggas get to running, picking up their stuff and leaving on down. Like when Sophia was on her way. But I am baked. I'm fishing for souls, for real. So when I go out, they don't expect none of this bait. So you can keep your religiosity. We teach relationship. So that when we get to heaven's doors, God don't say, go away from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you because you never got to know me. You took that surface, that 66, and you stuck with it. You didn't go no deeper than that. I have so much more for you. But because you was being worried about seen by men, you didn't care about what I thought about. You was worried about pleasing your pastor and your organization and not me. Because my ways don't look like their ways. And my thoughts are not their thoughts. It's different. Have I heard of the book of Enoch? Well, yes. We read it every day, pretty much. It's in here. All three of them. So is the Testament of Adam and Eve and the Apocalypse of Abraham. See the Enoch's right there? You see it? And the Testament of Solomon, the brothers of Joseph. You can read their stories, the Maccabees, the Jubilees, the Ladder of Jacob, the Testament of Job. There's so much more different from what you know. We do, actually. We read about the birth of Mary and all kinds of stuff here. Where can you get this set of books that they on sale on Amazon right now? It's 2 of them for $52. Don't buy them separately. You'll spend too much. They on sale on Amazon. You can go up in my book link and order them, and they'll be to you today by 10 o'clock, depending on where you live. Volume 1 and 2, you said it'll be here tomorrow. You so excited. Oh, your life about to change, honey. Everybody put their hand up, and when you got the OTP, never thought you would be reading the Bible no 13 hours, studying the word 13 hours a day. And now, if we on here 13 hours, they have their books and notebooks and built libraries. Knowledge is important to them. We ain't perishing for the lack of knowledge over here, honey. We're about to get this in. We gonna learn everything we can about everything. Thank you, Dad, for opening our eyes, and now we can't unsee. Because our eyes is open and the scales is off. All the clothes, all the signs, all the restaurants, everything. You can't even go, no, you can't watch regular TV no more and not see. And this is what God, he said, be aware, understand, look. But the sleep, he said the church been rocked to sleep. So that's why when they come here talking crazy, nigga, you sleepwalking. Literally, this is word. This Bible. God said the church was going to be rocked to sleep. They don't even know what time we in. That's why when you tell them that the Antichrist was revealed last year and the red heifers got over there with no spot of blemish on them last year and that the Euphrates dried up last year. What? I didn't know. Well, you go to church every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the prayer line every day, gossiping. What, y'all wasn't talking about that? But you want to talk to me about my damn half top, nigga? Did y'all know you can pay with your hand? That's Revelations 13 coming to pass right now. It's called Amazon 1, and it's damn near in every store. This is why everywhere you go is no cashiers, because it ain't about to be no cash, because the Bible said it's going to be a cashless society, and you don't need cashiers if you ain't got no cash. That's why they're getting scarcer and scarcer. November 1st, bricks go into whatever, and the world coin being here for a minute, and they paying people to take it. So the Bible is being fulfilled, and y'all worried about half tops, baby. I'm trying to make sure that my folks got dehydrated food because we don't plan on taking a mark. And if you don't got no food, you're going to have to take it. We got wood burning stoves, gas masks, water filtration straws, powdered eggs, trenching tools to cut wood. We got solar ovens and butane stoves, wool blankets, tents, portable toilets. Why we got all of that? We ain't worried about it because we don't plan on taking that. If you want to know, I got 2 videos on YouTube. CERCA TROVA 22 called Survival, and just type in CERCA Survival or CERCA Survival 22 or 2.0. It's going to show you everything you need. We got gas masks. We got portable water filtration straws, emergency light bulbs. You name it. We not worried. We got binoculars to see that reflect the sun and the ones that see 10 football fields. What you mean? Solar power generators, big and small. We also have potassium iodide just in case they let out some nuclear stuff or some kind of biochemical, but not just for us, for our children and families as well. You said who ain't ready and who don't believe God? Oh no, we believe God. That's why we getting ready. You said who don't know what's going on? No. We know what's going on. You said I might have to cut down my own stuff. You said I just might have this Crocodile Dundee. Nice to meet y'all. She said hello. Washable pads, because it ain't going to be none of that, because I ain't about to be moving. Water filtration straws. Small axes and tools. Water filtration tablets. Filtration tablets. Augers that I can make myself. I can take branches through here. It's going to take all the things off. I can use this to dig a hole to push the branch in there and cover it up with my tent just in case it get messed up. And we got other stuff as well. Like portable water filters that can be recharged on our little bitty solar power thing here. And it has a light on it and it'll filter all the water in case I got to go and be out of a stream, you mean? And then we got bigger ones that we got panels and stuff too, because they got to hit this power. And they already trying to get rid of gas stoves, so you ain't going to be able to heat your house. So we went and bought small wood burning stoves for $100 off of Amazon, you mean? So we can heat and cook so we don't have to deal with what the people in New York had to deal with last year, freezing to death or dying because we burning stuff we not supposed to. We know they going to hit the power. So we got rechargeable lights in our sockets already. And if there's no power and we have to, we can plug it up to there. Or, because kids love to be messy, we can light them like this. And the more they rub their feet, the brighter this light gets. So you mean what? Be without what electricity? Be in the dark where? Not only do we have that, we know when they hit the power, they're going to hit the internet. So we have portable DVD players and a whole bunch of DVDs to where the kids ain't going to drive us crazy. Each kid got their own. So when the TV go away, they can still watch TV, put their headphones, and we can figure out what we're going to do in this old tragic time. Who ain't ready? Who don't believe God? We do. We got CB radios because it ain't going to be no cell phones and walkie-talkies. And this ain't all our stuff. Well, I just ain't going to pull it out. We got, freeze-dried chicken because it ain't going to be no refrigeration. How you going to cook if all your meat go bad? So you'll need shelf-stable food. We have that. Got plenty of rice and beans, stuff like this, peanut butter, powdered eggs. It ain't going to be no milk. It ain't going to be no fresh fruit once they start spraying all that stuff outside. So we got freeze-dried fruits and vegetables. We got cream just in case it ain't no milk. We got powdered milk, powdered butter, canned bread, you name it, yeast, the whole nine. 50 pounds of sugar, 50 pounds of salt, 50 pounds of this and that, cornmeal and whatnot. Who about to be like it was at COVID and can't go in the store and find what they need? Not us. Not us. Not we. Your kids can't eat Gucci sandals. They can't eat iPhones. They can't eat none of them bags. And we're going to war right now. It's already happening. You don't want to be caught like COVID and not have nothing, because if they hit the power, because we're at war. And they was doing it over the summer, and people's thousands of dollars was food was spoiling. They didn't return none of that. And if ain't nothing in the store, but you get to be locked in your house. If you have to be locked in your house for 6 months and there's just nothing in the store, what do you have if they hit the power? How you and your kids gonna eat? How you gonna see? How you gonna heat your house? This is the stuff we on while the Christians is worried about. My crop top, God bless me to help over 1 million people worldwide get ready. So there could be 300, 450, 500,000 kids that don't have to be scared, that don't have to be hungry, that don't have to be cold, that if they have to sleep outside, their parents have tents and stuff, so they just won't be out in the elements. Do you think I care about you worried about my t-shirt? Because your pastor ain't told you nothing. But give us some more money for the building fund. And buy my wife and me a new car. And let's add on to the church that the people around the neighborhood can't come get nothing from. Ain't nobody worried about it. The money that was sent into this organization, we have thousands of people last year. Thousands. And that's not an exaggeration. And we don't get no money from the government. This is all people that's in our small community that send in money to help other people get books, help people pay their rent. Not all of it, but we give people a portion of their rent. You know, if you need it, you got to show proof and all that stuff. But you can't go to no church and get none of that for real. And them churches be massive. If you was homeless, they don't care. But we did what God told us to do for the people that had less than us. We came together as a community and helped people learn and be able to stay in their cribs and stuff. Drink clean water. We sent over 500 straws to Flint. And each one of these straws that I just showed you filters 1,100 gallons of water. So 5 in one box is 5,500 gallons of clean water for a family. The average person only drinks 183 gallons a year. So one straw is 5 years worth of clean water. And we sent these to Baltimore. We sent them to Jackson. And we sent them to Flint. Not only that, we helped people pay their bills and stuff last year. So we know what's supposed to be going on and was able to still get our survival stuff. So y'all worried about my half top, but it's people that's not going to be, they're not going to die of dehydration. They're not going to freeze to death. They're not going to starve to death. They have medicines and books on how to survive outside or without power, how to build things, how to make bread. And you worried about my crop top. And this is all over the world. This is Australia, because we have people, this is an international thing we do here. We got people in the UK. We got people in South Africa, in different parts. That we get our information from. They're living in these places, telling us how stuff is going. We talk about it in class, and then it's in the news. We don't care. We're not trying to be better than nobody. We just trying to make sure that we're not the 5 foolish virgins that the Bible talked about that wasn't ready for the journey. We're doing drills so that our children know to be quiet because we have over 36,000 United Nations soldiers on American soil right now that are being paid to wait until the war starts. So we might not be able to walk and let them scream. So we're doing drills, emergency drills, getting ready for any type of attacks. What y'all doing while y'all faking and shaking up in the church? Trying to tell me what I need to be doing. No, you need to get on what you need to be doing. Because I'm doing what God tells me to do every day and have been for the last almost 24 months. Well, really prior to that, but just for this. How do you join our community? Come over here every day and go to YouTube and watch your courses and go to CERCATROVA22.com and just enroll there. You here. If you come every day, you're a part of our community. As long as you don't get over here talking stupid, you can stay. We come here to learn, help, grow. That's it. And get rid of the stuff that's going to keep us from making when God come back. And I ain't talking about the rapture. I'm talking about once this, and we trying to prepare our minds to see the stuff that God said. He said a third of the population is going to die off at one time. You ain't never seen that many dead bodies. It's 8.5 billion people on the planet, roughly. A third of that is like 2.3 billion dead bodies laying around. And a third of the population, the animal population, you know how much sickness that's going to cause? I'm trying to prepare my mind for that. I'm not worried about what nobody is putting on their body, I promise you. People be worried about the wrong stuff, trying to point out what somebody ain't. I don't give a damn what you think because you ain't getting me into heaven, crazy. So what you think of me does not matter because you can't put me in heaven or hell. It's a lot of church people that be worried about if people think they saved, but that don't come from you. You don't got my books in your hands and gonna say go left or right, baby. So say what you will. I don't give a damn. You're not gonna say circle go to the lake of the fire or go on into the garden. So your words have no power over my life. And y'all better quit letting these fake Christians tell y'all what Christianity look like. Cause God always said it don't have a look. It's a feel. Test the spirit by the spirit. Don't go by what's on the outside. And people be so fooled by that. You better test that spirit by the spirit. Y'all know I'm gonna give them the business every time they come in here. Take your fake Christianity and go over there with it. Come on. They be the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Y'all don't see it? They act just like the people that was coming against Jesus. And they always got to be in groups. Jesus was walking by himself. He had a few niggas with him. Oh, like me. I don't got to have no whole organization. It's just me. We talking about crazy people want to come in here talk crazy to me thinking they know Christianity and they don't. They know religion. They don't know relationship with God. So I've been having to bust heads this morning from the time I got on here at 5 o'clock or whatever time it was. Ooh. Folks is used to fake Christianity. And that's why Jesus had to come in the flesh. Because the church people was running the people away. And they still doing that now. But you got people over here that was born into witchcraft, that was born into Taoism, Buddhism, all the different religions, and they come here and they study and they learn just like in Jesus' days. It was a mix up, and they was like, oh, you got the Scythians and the Romans and the this and the that over there. They all sitting together and blah blah blah. And look how they dressed, and they not washing their hands. And oh, I thought you said, oh, the church people come here acting just like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. We see y'all because we read and study, so we know what y'all look like. We know what y'all look like. We free in Jesus over here. We outside. That's what the WOIU is. We outside International University. We don't got to do nothing to be accepted into y'all churches because we worship under the heavens, honey. Can't throw us out the outside. We don't got to fight for no space in y'all pews and up at the front because we all lined up side by side out here. Ain't no head and the tail and all of that. We all equals here. Thanks. As long as you got respect. So, we ain't got to do nothing to fit into y'all boxes because we outside. Where my daddy used to be at, on the rocks, on the boat, on top of somebody's house, at the park. Because he knew that as long as there was a building, y'all was going to control who could come and who couldn't. So he went on to let it be outside. And we outside International University. Been in effect February, come 2 years. We free to learn whatever we want to learn. We ain't got to only learn. And y'all got blinders on y'all people. They can only learn what y'all teach. And if they get up there and speak with the Lord, say y'all throwing them out the church. Ain't nothing changed. They got to speak what y'all say and what y'all think and not what the Holy Ghost is saying. That's the difference. And that's why he talked to the 7 churches in Revelation, Thyatira, Sardis, all of them. He said, I got a form of godliness, but deny the power thereof. Y'all worried about looking like Christians instead of really being followers of Christ, honey. We ain't worried about looking. We want to be. They come for the wrong person. Y'all didn't hear the first part of the class where God said he made my head hard as flint. So when I go up against these people, I won't be broken down. I've been having to go up against leaders my whole life. I told y'all the pastors used to come for me. I didn't know why, because I was going to be the one correcting them. Prophets and prophetesses, that's who they corrected, the leaders and the people. First time I got kicked out of church, I was 10 years old because the Holy Ghost stood me up and said the Spirit of the Lord is no longer here, and that pastor was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and they said she was doing witchcraft. Oh, that was my grandma. Like, she came out of it, but it was a real thing. And I was 10. So, been on this. And told me I couldn't come back to the church until I apologized to her. But I didn't find out until 30 years later, which was just a few years ago, that they diagnosed her that year with schizophrenia, and they said some of the practices that she was doing was considered witchcraft. So when I stood up at 10 years old and said the Spirit of the Lord is no longer here, and they rushed me out of there, it was the truth. But I didn't find out until 30 years later what had happened that year in 1990 when I was 10. Been getting kicked out of churches because I was like, y'all see the demons flying around in here? Get her out of here. He's not right. Y'all might not want to listen to this dude. He ain't who he say. Boom, they come out the pastor, been doing all kind of stuff. I said, I try to tell y'all. Nobody don't. This one don't got no friends. Because I be telling people, and it be right, then they be mad. You jinx me. No, hellfire, I tried to warn your dumb self. God gave me an ability to see. You would want somebody around you that can see in the spirit as well as the natural, right? Don't kill my vibe, and don't kill mine when it happened, because I'm going to be chilling and it don't affect me. You right, I ain't going to kill your vibe, but you damn sure ain't about to call me crying and huffing and puffing on the phone. I don't got time. You're killing my vibe. Because I tried to tell you. And it's what would happen. The people would be mad at the prophets when they told them what was coming. Then they would be mad at the prophets when it was happening. Now they looking for him, and if God done whisked their prophet away, and ain't got. I don't gotta talk to you now. I said I deliver my soul. I get to kick the dust off my feet and go. Whatever happened, happened. That's on you. You don't have to listen. That don't mean it ain't gonna happen because you said la 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 la. I'm not listening to you, dummy. Weird. Name one thing in the Bible that the prophet said was happening that didn't happen. It happened. And because it ain't happening right now, and I'm having fun right now, so I don't want to hear it, but it's coming. So you might want to prepare. Oh, I don't have to prepare for anything. Who are you? You can't. You don't even have anything. Why should I listen to you? Well, it would be hard to hold down a house, and he got me going around the country telling people what they need to be doing. And I might have to stay longer if you're not listening. So it would make sense that I don't have. Oh, what they say about Jesus? Foxes have holes and birds have nests, but the Son of Man didn't have a place to lay his head. Because he had to be off around the world. So wherever he laid his head, had it was his home. Oh, because soldiers have to go into places. They have to leave their home, their comfort, their family, their children, to go into places where there's turmoil to calm it down. So when you say you a soldier of the Lord, but you ain't never being sent into no dangerous places, I don't believe you unless the kind you just sit behind it. Because anytime that I saw the people that God used, he was sending them into crazy situations to get the people out, like Harriet. But as I said earlier, Harriet Tubman couldn't have freed all them slaves if she went back in there acting like these church folks. She had to go back in there acting like she was still in slavery to get the people out of slavery, which was strategy. And a lot of these church folks don't got it. You can't free nobody if they won't trust you and walk with you. If she would have came in there acting like she was whatever, they wouldn't have trusted her to get them out. Oh, I'm trying to free people from the shackles of sin. And so sometimes I gotta look and act like them so that the devil don't see me. He still see that other side. They don't know to suspect me. But you come in and they gonna know. The demons know. They not letting nobody go nowhere with you. But because I can get into the dark places and get out, I can take some people with me. Spies. They gotta blend in to know what's going on in the enemy's camp. Church folks can't blend in no damn where. You see them come, you be like, they go and see such and such. Come on, she about to start talking that fake Bible. Even though she about to be over here and everybody man face. We ain't listening to her. But I could be like, hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, we love it. Hold on one second, I'll be right back. And sit right on down at the table. What y'all doing over here? Yeah, you know what that mean on your shirt? You know what that mean? What you just said? Yeah, hold on. Here you go. So anyway, like I was saying, you said do I want to drink? Uh-huh. First of all, because when you inebriated, your guards is down. So I can tap down to amazing and you relax. So you gonna listen. God already drunk. If you, and they might just be, but you say the right word, baby, they is telling you their whole life. My daddy knew what he was doing. He wasn't crazy. The church though he could penetrate. He miracles. He could change no lives in the church. He said their hearts was hard and their even light, it was darkness. Ooh, Natasha, stay around, honey. This is 66ers Anonymous over here. This is Religion Anonymous. We are a relationship-based organization with the Lord. So if you're tired of religion, tired of all the rules that ain't getting you nowhere, you still feel the same when you leave church and you ain't learned nothing else, come on over. Because there's people in here that ain't been in church in 30 years, didn't never read the Bible, and now they be reading the Bible and studying 13, 14 hours a day. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to study the Word. Promise. Honey, it's going to have your toes wiggling. You're going to be so alive. Neurons going to be firing. Baby, it's juicy. The Word is juicy if you get all of it. God is very interesting. CERCA will have you cheating on your church and do. And do. And y'all be over here like this, The side women give it to you raw, don't they? They gonna do everything the church don't do. You said tickle your fancy, baby. And yeah, at your church twiddling your toes, think about this word over here. You hear me? They gonna give you that same old loving they been giving you. Gonna be like, I just like the tricks that they do over there at WORU. I mean, listen. And do. Now y'all can't go back to hear them old same dry sermons because y'all know the rest of the story now. You be in there like that. That's all you gonna say. That ain't even the truth, bro. Let me get kids, get y'all stuff. Come on. Let's go see a circus on. Or you can go home and study yourself. You don't gotta wait on me. Because I'm not gatekeeping the word. I'm showing you where to go get it so you can eat. I can keep fishing for you, or I can show you how to fish. And now y'all don't gotta wait on me to go find it. Y'all go find it. Y'all be coming back telling me stuff I didn't know. Y'all don't gotta wait till Sunday to get the word. You can learn about whatever you want to, whatever God put on your mind, because you know how to find it now. You don't gotta wait on me. And not only that, y'all teaching others. Y'all teaching my babies, my CERCA littles. And so they getting it fresh and raw, getting the whole story so that they're not programmed to only believe that the 66 is all there is. They already, 2-3 years old, already know about the other books of the Bible. They didn't heard about Enoch and because this is when the Bible, the Hebrew manuscripts came out, 200 BC, 14, and all the way down here after all of these Bibles is KJV. And it started with 80, and now it only got 66. But they'll show scream that the Bible say don't add and don't take away. But why the hell you reading the taking away version 66, sir? Because your original $16.11 had 80. So what you doing over there? Ooh. Right? Ooh. Let's see. What's this say there? The book's called the Apocrypha. The names and order of all the books of the Old Testament and New Testament. Oh. And what's there? Esdras, Tobit, Judith, the prayer of the Maccabees, the prayer of Manasseh, Bel and the dragon, the story of Susanna. None of those books are in your Bible. Not the one you have right now. Why you want to be worried about my belly button showing? You might want to be reading the taken away version that you try to slap me with. That ain't even the full version. And version means there was something before it. And as we can see, several things before KJV. He's actually the last of the last. While y'all talking about that's all the word. And if God wanted it in there, it'd have been in there. Well, it was. But your mans took it out. And y'all buying into they lie. Well, don't be mad because we ain't deceived. Don't be angry because we know and you don't. Just get you some. Come on in. Now I'm about to go eat. We've been on here 217 minutes. I got things to do. I got things to do. I don't know what, but I got something to do. I need to do laundry. That's what I need to do. I'll be back in a little bit. It's Friday. I might be on all day. We'll see. It's Friday. Plus, I might need to go get me some Jesus juice. To the newbies, we got over 700 classes like this on YouTube under the live tab. I think we had like 710 or 708 or 7 something. All done since like last year, February, March, April, May, something like that. So if you want to learn, you want to know about the books that are in my library, because I don't have a list because my family keep on sending me books. So there's no way I can have a list because next week it's going to be more. Oh, Miss Lisa, can I shoot you something? Send me your cash app so I can send you something. Yes, please. And thank you, because we don't have it at the Walmart here. I already looked. For it. Me and my cousin was online hunting. Only where you at. So send me your thing and I'll send you my things for my stuff. Thank you so much. Come back. We love on our people here and we have a good time. We laugh till we pee. We deal with real life issues here. So if you've been feeling like there's more to God and you just feel like you're not fulfilled, and I'm not telling you to leave your church, I'm just saying come chill with us for a minute. You will not feel like that no more. People are going to be sick of you talking about the Lord and the stories of the Bible and how it plays out and all of this stuff. It just be so exciting. It's so great. It is so great. Like the stories are amazing. Yeah, we use science. We go into medicine. As y'all can see, we study so many different subjects, but you can't study the Bible without it because all of these things that we talk about, literally the Bible led us to it. Your KJV, and us getting into detail about it, it led us to all of this stuff because it's witches and warlocks in the Bible. The Bible talks about witchcraft. So then why are you not studying to understand what witchcraft is to make sure that your pastor don't have you doing it? Because what y'all know, a lot of these pastors are witchcraft and y'all don't even know. But they tell you don't study. But they're being taught by other witches to keep you in the dark and have you in this spell of the spiritual warfare. Come on. It's so many witches and warlocks and evil people posing as pastors and stuff, but because you don't know what to look for and you don't study, you don't know. So you got your kids and family sitting under there wonder why things is getting worse because you sitting up in the synagogue of Satan and not the church, the house of God. And the Bible talks about synagogues of Satan. He said, you sitting up in the synagogue of Satan. They look like me, but they not me. Satan is a good mimicker. He mimics everything God do. He know the scripture. He know what to say. He was trying to trick Adam them. He was using the word to do that. He used the word to trick them. That's why the way I say you better know the word for yourself and know how it's used, because he used the. Listen. Come on, Ty. Yes, God wants us to learn, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. He's not going to force you, but we want to learn, and it be good and juicy to us. That's how we've been on here for 221 minutes, and if I keep going, they'll be on here. But I'm about to go find me some food or just chill out for a minute, sit down. So I'll be back. Give me a couple hours. I might come back in 30 minutes. Let me see what my day is about to be like. I don't know. Have I read the Nana Commodity? It's right there on the shelf. We was reading it yesterday. We was reading it yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. We read a lot of stuff, and we got to all of this from the Bible. The names, the places, the people. When we started studying them, that's how all of this came. Oh, thank you. So I'll see y'all in a minute. Let me go eat and get something my life together, and then I'll come back. I love y'all. Thank you. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Maybe an hour. It might not even be an hour. Just give me a minute. You going to the corner store? Right. I'm about to figure it out. I'm about to. Oh shoot! I can't get out of here. Dang it. See y'all later. Come back. We'll see y'all later. Thank you. You know I love y'all. Your corner store don't have a good selection. I'm out here with all these. And now I won't let y'all out. So